Yo, everybody. Nice to see you all here. Whoever's already in stream. Got 5 viewers in. Nice to see you all. Whoever's in here. I can see Persian, Crow Cop, and Meat Rocket are here. Oh, so that's cool. How you all been? I'm just going to post this. I'm just going to get this goal going. And I'm also going to put the join link in the chat. So if anyone wants to join the stream, all right, then they can. Can we end stream? Not when is stream going to end? God no, fuck knows. Fuck knows. If anyone wants to join the stream, then boom, pinned comment. All right, pinned comment. Here we go. All right, so we go. See if I can start this goal, man. I want to start this goal. UFC 324 predictions. I'm also going to start a little poll in the chat. All right, see if I can get that going in a just a sec. How is everyone? Best chat bullies. Listen, stop fucking bullying me. Your Snuggie is tempting me. Listen, this Snuggie is fucking warm, bro. All right, well, says Ricky Blitz. Yo, Crow Cop. Nice to see Persian back in the chat. Have the UFC updated on Nunes' replacement, or if they're going to replace it with another fight? Yes, they have. They're just going to they've just postponed it. They're not replacing it or anything like that, I don't think. They are just postponing it. All right, but here we go. I'll do 10. I'll do 10. Let's see if I can start this goal. It's not letting me do this goal. Yeah. How are everyone feeling? Ginger bastards. Pick Gaethje by Rolling Thunder, else I'm out. Listen, Snuggies are for bastards. Hey, listen, Snuggies are not for bastards. All right, Snuggies are for fucking cool dudes. So don't you fucking dare. Right, I'm going to put up a poll. Who wins? We should have a few people joining. I know that 10-7's joining. I might be wrong, said he might join. You know, BXG said he might join. I'm just leaving the poll open. So yeah, I've got another smaller creator that I'm actually doing a collab with tomorrow for his channel. He said he might be joining. You know, just anyone can join. But yeah, there's a poll. Does see Armin did a new podcast? I didn't see that. I did not see that. Betted it, didn't I? What? You really? Oh, already? Ricky? W's in the chat for Ricky for getting laid. Ricky got laid, guys. W's in the chat. All right, for getting laid. Whoa, big up, Ricky. Why isn't this working? This is doing I didn't know. I want to do a super chat goal, right? And I want the goal to be, if we get a certain amount of super chats, right? I'm going to do like a 20-minute unfiltered Q&A type thing. You ask me anything, as long as it doesn't obviously violate TOS. 20 minutes of unfiltered Q&A. Let me just get this going. Oh yeah, who do we think's winning, guys? Come on, give me your predictions. I'm just trying to set this up. It's really taking the piss a little bit. Ah, there we go. Goal is created the old way. You actually got laid, bro. No one's gonna donate to you. You're ginger. I'm not even ginger, bro. I'm not even ginger, bro. Why do you? I'm not even ginger, so. Look at you. You know what? You're just trying to rage bait me. All right. I'm not even interested. Jazz. Ricky. You know Ricky? He slept with that girl. You know who Ricky is? I know. It's quick, wasn't it? Jazz called you a slag. Right. Anyway, Paddy Pimblett versus Justin. In fact, let's get the card up. Let's get the what? well, she might be having more kids soon if Ricky carries on. Right. Let's get the card up, guys. Let's talk. Who's more delusional, Kenny Okoye or MMA Joey? I actually think Kenny's more delusional. I'll be honest. I think Kenny's a lot more delusional than anyone. Very, very delusional. All right, here we go. All right, let's get the card up. Well, let me see if I can do my other. No, that's a weird angle. That right. We'll just stick to this one. Is that better? Yeah, we'll do it like this. We'll do it like this or like this. We'll do it like that. Right. So, in all, Persian is just a clown. In all honesty, Usman deserves the shot more than Prates and Gary. Let's be real. No, he fucking doesn't. No, he doesn't. Usman doesn't deserve jack shit. I look like Justin Gaethje. This guy's about to get banned from. No, I'm joking. Gaethje causing an upset at JPL. Well, you know what that means, guys. JPL Hooper has got the worst picks in history. So that means Paddy's winning. Paddy's winning. That confirms it. All right, Paddy is winning. So there we go. Over Prates, yes. Over Gary, no. Okay, right. Let's get into some predictions. Should we start with? In fact, let me zoom out. This is way too fucking. Let's see. I don't care about that. I don't care about this. Josh Hokett, he's fucking winning. The incredible. Okay, look at the size of that guy. Denzel Freeman versus Josh. Thing is, though, I think Josh Hokett. I think he's going to be racially motivated. The link not working. Let me try again. Let me try again. Bear with me. All right, try that one. Try that link. I think Hokett's probably racially motivated, though, right? He has to be. He's definitely racially motivated. But is Chanko fighting on this card? No, he's not. No, he hasn't got a fight yet. All right, his angles are. I'm calling it right now. Paddy wins by head kick. All right, here we go. Bam, bam, 10-7. Let's hold on. Let me just remove this a sec. Let me have a look at the new set. Oh, that's nice.
The lighting's not here yet, Bromo. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
All right,
that's a nice set, man.
Thank you, brother. We ordered some studio lighting. It's on the way, so this is going to be a little better lit. You know what I mean?
I need to get my setup so I'm literally just sat in my fucking like playroom I have with my daughter. I need to get myself a set.
I like the little onesie that you're wearing though.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, look, this is like, you know, when it gets to this sort of time of year, I always try and record in a little snuggie.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it's kind of like a thing, I guess.
Can't beat it, man. Cannot beat it.
My brother's in the chat. All right, everyone, go subscribe to my brother. He does fitness stuff. He's fucking jacked. All right, Usman and Gaethje are the most deserving fighters to have a shot. Shut the fuck up, bro. You're trying to rage bait me and shit. Shut up. Anyway, right, let's get on to some predictions. Now, if you don't know who Bam Bam is, all right, he is from the 10-7 YouTube channel. He is a genuinely great predictor. He knows a lot more than I do about the ins and outs of shit. He's had some very good picks. Very good percentage. What is your percentage for predictions?
Last year we were over 70%. That's me and DS. Both of us do this channel, so we got Dino and Dino. As a combined, we were over 70%. So we give our individual picks, and then we do the 10-7 official picks posted on Instagram, over 70% on the year, which is crazy. Because if you're in that 63, 64, 65 range, you're really good. So we're fucking crushing it, Bromo.
70%. Jeez, I would love to know what mine is. Probably fucking terrible.
This year we're going to go on Tapology. I'm sorry. If you go to, what's it called? Tapology. You can go there and actually do your picks, and it'll track them for you method,
Oh,
winner, all that. So this year we're going to get into doing that. So we have more of like a public record.
I might do that as well. But what you
Mhm.
should do is JPL says here. I told you this last time, Bam Bam. I don't know if you did it. Get on Silks.
Yeah, you
Silk
told me last time.
timers.
We're going to do that for sure, Bromo. I'll let you know, though. We did our own little there was like this content creator picks thing that we did last year. We got invited into it finally after about a year and a half of trying to get on there. And our first season in, we were in first place going into the last week. We had a rough UFC 324, or no, sorry, not 324. The week after, we had a bad week. So I don't know if we ended in first, but damn, first place, first season, first place.
Yeah, that's pretty solid, dude. I had an absolute stinker on 320.
Hurrah.
Was 322 Islam JDM?
Yeah.
I did fucking terrible. I did terrible on that card. It was actually quite embarrassing. But what we'll do is we'll start with the main card. We'll go through the main card and then we'll work our way down the prelims and shit like that. We'll get all the main ones out the way first that people care about. But this whole card looks solid. And I know you'll want to talk about your boy Charles Johnson as well. He's, that's an exciting fight. But we'll start off with Arnold Allen and Gene Silva. I'm pretty on the fence about this one, to be honest. I rewatched Silva versus Lopez recently, and he was looking really good in round 2, bro. Really good in round 2. So I don't know if I'm leaning towards Gene Silva. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. Look, I think very highly of Gene Silva, Bromo. I don't like the guy as a fan. I'm really against him. He's probably the fighting nerd that I despise the most, and generally speaking, I like all of those guys. Gene
Why
Silva,
is that?
he just rubs me the wrong way, man. I see him as like a cocky, snarky fucking fighter. He has a lot of highlight reel finishes, but what I've seen on film, the thing I've noticed the most, and let me know if you agree with this, is those highlight reel knockouts, they always come after a little exchange of words, a little high five, a little acting, a little, like he just does something to fucking take people's attention away from the fight, highlight reel finish immediately. I absolutely loved that Diego Lopez took no fucking part of that. At the beginning of the fight, Gene Silva was like, one of these, and Diego Lopez did one, just once. And throughout the rest of the fight, Gene Silva was trying to get him to play along, and he never played into it, man. But yeah, Gene Silva is really good. I love Arnold Allen. I'm sure a lot of, you guys in the UK do as well. I'm rooting for Arnold Allen. I just don't see it, dude, unfortunately.
Well, this guy also said, Punisher said, and I know this isn't,
shout out.
This Punisher. This is more for the, the no bromo. I guess you're more family friendly than I am, but Punisher says he is a Jew.
Gene Silva, yeah, he walks out with the Israel flag and all that.
Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of wild. He's a good guy though, I guess. And then MS. Whoa, hold on, pause. I fucking said that completely wrong. But he says, sore loser. He hit Diego in the back of the head after he lost. He did.
Yeah.
I did a video on that calling him a sore loser, bro. That was just
that's what the UFC cut. Was it Paul Daly way back in the day? They cut Paul Daly for that.
I can't remember, bro. But all I know is, when you're not used to losing, I guess, in so long, you just and you've got he's obviously got this like massive ego, and he obviously just like didn't like it. But it's like, just fucking grow up. I mean, it was a good stoppage. I mean, he got dropped with the elbow and then loads of ground and pound. And it's like, you're not going to let that carry on, are you? I mean,
yeah. Look, I mean, he's really good, like you said. I mean, everything about him is really good. That stoppage was warranted. Diego Lopez caught him. He beat his ass in the first round too. So showed maybe some flaws in Gene Silva's game. Man, I'm really, really rooting for him. I'm really rooting for Arnold Allen, Bromo. I hope he gets it done. And he's a really good fighter. Don't count him out. It's that unfortunately, I think Gene Silva's special. And
Gene Silva in the first round, he got the reason why Diego got so much success was because of his grappling, wasn't it? I mean, he got him down and he was just on top of him, and he couldn't sweep him off. He was just on top of him doing doing what is it, 12-6s on Gene's head. That's what really fucked him up in the first fight. He ended up on the floor and just couldn't get up. Yeah. Then when he got back on the feet and in round 2 and it stayed on the feet, he looked really, really good. I feel like people just don't talk about Arnold Allen that much, and maybe it's because he doesn't really promote himself that much, and he's not like loud and like Gene Silver is. But like you say, I mean, I think Gene Silver is just all like that good. Yeah. He is that good. I mean, if you look at, there's not much in the height, not much in the reach. I mean, Gene looked really good against Diego Lopez, who's he's a second best featherweight at the moment, probably. I don't know, man. I'm thinking Gene Silver. I would like Arnold Allen to do it, for the UK. Just show this little goy boy who's boss. But like you say, I think he's just gonna get it done. I'm going. What do you think? Though, do you think he's gonna knock him out, or
in a 3-rounder? I'd probably say decision. I don't see Arnold. I mean, Arnold Allen's tough. He's tough as hell. He's not. We saw the hell that he went through with Max, and he's tough. He can take an ass whooping as well as he could dish it out. So I don't see a finish by Gene Silva here. I see this fight being just kind of like I don't want to say a beatdown, because again, I do think highly of Arnold Allen, but I see Gene Silva winning a clear decision, unfortunately.
The decision, yeah. I can see that. But people in the chat, Crocon says Gene Silva is indeed special, just not in the way that he thinks. I think he's calling.
There's definitely a case of this is one of the highest pound for pound tism matchups we've seen in a while.
It is,
just
man.
different ends of the spectrum, but both of these guys,
definitely. I mean, Gene's barking. Arnold just is a bit weird and awkward. It's definitely, it's definitely a fight that I would have seen in one of my old jobs working in a school for autistic kids. I would have definitely seen this fight happen once or twice.
There we go.
And Persian says that Silva's way too reckless and rushes too much. That's what got him caught in the Lopez fight. He was piecing up Lopez. He got too overconfident, too reckless, rushed in and walked straight into that spinning elbow.
Here's the question, Bromo. Here's what I honestly believe it boils down to. As stupid as this sounds, I really think it's if Arnold Allen is able to avoid the interactions with Gene Silva, and I don't mean the fight interactions, I mean the verbal interactions, the smiling, the joking, the useless glove touches, like Gene Silva kind of taking Arnold Allen's head out of the game. If Arnold Allen can avoid that, he can definitely win this fight. But to do what Diego Lopez did, do you think Arnold Allen has the ability to get a one-shot KO on Gene Silva? Because that's what I don't see. He would actually have to beat him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like you say, it's just not playing into his mind games, because he just try and get under people's skin. And honestly, I've not noticed that glove touch thing. But I mean, I'm
watch the film and you'll be shocked.
I'm not saying that he doesn't do it. I guess haven't really noticed it that much. But
go watch the film, Bromo. If you go watch every one of his fights, which they're pretty fast, he's got a short catalog of UFC fights, and they're all finishes, right? Go watch those, and literally before every knockout, and I'm talking 4, 5, 6 seconds beforehand, it's always like a little, oh, great job, glove touch, leg kick, knockout. Like it's always,
oh wow,
the knockout always comes after one of those situations, I guess, except for Bryce Mitchell. I don't remember exactly that finishing sequence, but besides that, it's all been that.
Yeah, JPL, who put it in the chat, say he's always dapping up. So I was like, oh, high-fiving and shit. So maybe you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Also, before we move on to the next fight, all right, we got 22 viewers in. All right, 9 likes. Give the stream a like. It helps push the stream out there, gets more people viewing it, and it helps the channel out a lot. Thank you very much. And also, I'll actually hold on a sec. Let me I'll get this next fight up. I'll let you yap about it, because I don't really give a fuck, but I know you'll have some an analysis to get into with Natalia Silva and Rose Namajunas, and I'll link your channel in the description just so people can go find you.
Appreciate you, brother.
So who do you think's going to get this one done then out of Silva and Namajunas?
This is a tough one for me, right? Because I'm a very big believer in Rose Namajunas. I've always been a fan. I think technically on the feet, she's brilliant. She's one of the very few women that you see in women's MMA that has the technical ability that's like, it's impressive, man. She fights like a dude. Yes, she's small and she doesn't have all that power, but, and, Rose is kind of on the decline now. How committed is she? So I really want to pick Rose Namajunas, but Bromo, what I saw last time out, and I'm not a big proponent of, just basing everything off of one fight. But my God, Natalia Silva looked fucking unbelievable to me against Alexa Grasso. She was untouchable. The movement was crazy. The ability to get out of range was crazy. Like, it is a women. Think about this. It's a women's fight that sticks out to me so much. I haven't even went back and rewatched that fight yet, but I just remember in the moment just being absolutely shocked at how good Natalia Silva looked against a former champion. Natalia Silva's defensive movement is crazy. The footwork is crazy. The speed is crazy. I'm gonna have to pick her against the Rose Namajunas that has kind of been on the downturn. I think I'm going Natalia Silva for now. The official picks tomorrow, so I'm gonna do some film watching tonight. But yeah, I'm impressed by her, man. I know a lot of my friends in the sphere are going with Rose Namajunas, but I think I'm going Silva.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. I'm picking Silva, and I did do a picture, and the little circles thing that I did. I was trying to get it to screen share on StreamYard, but I couldn't. But yeah, I picked Jean Silva. I've also picked Natalia Silva. I just think I think you're right about Rose. I mean, she's like, I don't know. It's like she hasn't really like impressed me in any of her recent fights.
Yeah,
and
looked good against Tracy Cortez.
Well, yeah, but women's MMA is weird though. Like, I feel like anything could really happen. I mean, you picked this fight, Nunes versus Pena, the first fight. I mean, I say no one would have seen that coming, but you did for some reason. I don't know why the fuck you like what. Maybe you have some like inside info, and you're like, just. It's like
that was a good day on this side, bro. I hate Juliana Pena, but I smacked a big time part.
You're like insider trading or something, to like get these picks right or something. But yeah, I think I'm literally just going off this based off of vibes because I don't really pay attention to much women's MMA because it fucking bores me. I'll be honest. But what I do know is Silva did look good in the last fight, and I've not been impressed by Rose. And I don't want to, come across it like I'm shaming anyone for anything, but Rose, from this picture at least, doesn't look in the best of shapes.
Yeah,
she looks like a chubby toddler. I'll be honest. You know what I mean?
That picture's from last time out though, Bromo. So we don't.
Is
know.
it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe I'll let her off. Maybe I'll let her off. But yeah, I mean, I can't remember what her. Let me just see. What was her last fight? I can't
Miranda
remember.
Maverick. She fought Miranda Maverick early in the year. Maverick tore her ACL in that fight.
You what?
Miranda Maverick tore her ACL in that fight.
I don't know who's fucking Miranda Maverick.
We had her on the channel. Shout out Miranda Maverick. She
really
did an interview with us before that fight.
Oh, nice.
She's pregnant now too, Bromo.
Hey, well, congrats to Miranda Maverick. I hope the pregnancy goes well. Gosh, she looks miserable. Look at that. She looks absolutely miserable in every picture that she posts. I don't know why she shaved the head either. Like, just a complete downgrade in my view. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I'm going to go with the same. Natalia Silva getting it done. We'll read some chats before we move on to the next one. Like Micah said, she looks like me. This guy just, I'm going to fucking get you. Swear down. Carry on. Dern looks like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. What, Mackenzie Dern does? I think Mackenzie Dern looks like a man a little bit. But I don't know if she looks like Mr. Burns. Yeah. What do you think, Turn 7? Everyone goes on about Mackenzie Dern being like the hottest fighter on the roster. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
I wouldn't say she's the hottest, but you got to realize, Bromo, in women's MMA, there's not much to look at. You know what I mean? So if you're like a 6 or a 7 subjectively on a 1 to 10 scale, you're a 10 in women's MMA. So that's really what it is with a lot of these girls. There's very few that are actually pretty, and I hate to say that.
So, in terms of women MMA, where does Verna Jandiroba rate them? Because
Verna's at the top. Verna is right up. I love Verna. No, I'm not going to make fun of Verna Jandiroba. That's what we're not doing. So shout out Verna. That's my girl.
hell yeah. This guy, Justin has the greatest fight IQ after Chandler. I am sure he makes a dumb mistake to get knocked out or submitted. Yeah, I mean he's a pretty dumb fighter. I feel like is Gaethje. I mean it's worked for him. I don't think he goes in there with a game plan. You know, he isn't like I don't know, like a Piotr Jan, you know, with his coach's game plan to go in there and you know beat Marab up, and they had all that they had like that tree. Don't know if you saw that like diagram that his coach made. Like if this happens, do this. If this happens, do this. I feel like Justin Gaethje just goes in there and scraps.
Yeah, I like that.
To be honest, what we saying? Rose looks like the kid from Sling Blade. What's Sling Blade? I love Rose, but even with the hair, she's not pretty. Shit cracks me up when Joe says she's beautiful. What's the kid from Sling Blade? What's that film?
What is Sling Blade?
I have no idea.
I know Blade.
Right.
Oh,
so we're going silver on that one then.
Yeah, I think so.
Going up the card. This is going to be an interesting one. This Waldo versus Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis has got abs on this picture, bro. That's crazy.
Let's fucking get it.
God damn. Who are you picking for this one then?
Yeah, it's another unfortunate case here. Because look, Bromo, Waldo Cortez Acosta, man. The question is he good? And I feel like throughout his entire UFC run, I've kind of leaned on the side of no, he's not that good. He's just a little better than, you know, all these fat pieces of shit that are at the top of the heavyweight division. It is a fucking awful division. Subjectively, there's maybe 2 or 3 good heavyweights in the world. One of them being your boy, Tom Aspinall, of course, Cyril Gane, John Jones. You know, those are kind of the only really good heavyweights in the world. The rest of them, there's like a 3, 4, 5 area, and then it's just like a huge fall off. I will tell you, Waldo Cortez Acosta, from just a randomness vibes type of feel, looks exactly like the kind of dude that Derek Lewis would knock the fuck out and ruin his run. So I wish that happens. Probably got to go with Waldo Cortez Acosta. He's hot. He's much younger than Derek Lewis. I know Derek Lewis looks like he's in great shape, and they're all saying he's been training his ass off, but Derek Lewis kind of gives up nowadays when shit gets tough on him. You know what I mean? I think of the Tuivasa fight a couple years ago. I hope he just catches this kid and knocks him the fuck out. I'm going Waldo round 2 KO, but I would love to see a Derek Lewis round 1 KO.
Do you not like Waldo?
It's not that I don't like Waldo. He's kind of growing on me. It's just I love Derek Lewis. Who doesn't love Derek Lewis? That's really kind of what it boils down to. I'd love to see Waldo versus Tom at some point. I think that could be interesting. Especially after he beat Tom's teammate, what's his face, the European fella, Ante Delia, yeah. So I'd love to see that because there's not much interesting going on at heavyweight, right? So I think it's better for the division if he wins. I think it's better for the UFC if he wins. You get a whole new market in the Dominican Republic. They want to get into Latin America this year. I know that's like a huge thing. So probably Waldo Cortez Acosta, but again, love me some Derek Lewis. Do you not?
I mean, who doesn't love Derek Lewis? I mean, the guy's funny, great post-fight moments, and that fight where he was, I'm pretty sure it was like one of his last fight on his contract, and he did that flying knee, just in the first round. Like that shit was crazy. He just throws shit and hopes it lands, and he is very fun. I mean, if you don't like Derek Lewis, I don't really trust you, to be honest, but I mean, he's getting on now. I feel like he's just there to have fun. Waldo's there to get the belt. You know what I mean? Like there's different motivations. I feel like Derek's just there to just like have a scrap and just try and get in there and win any fight that he can. I don't think he's got any like title aspirations like Waldo does. I don't know what you think about that. I mean, it's different motivations, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Derek Lewis he's never really been the most motivated guy. It's always been about money for Derek Lewis. It's just about getting another contract, getting a fat ass payday, and that's it. There is no bigger payday though for a guy like that than a title shot. And if he beats Waldo Cortez Acosta, I don't see why the fuck the UFC wouldn't want to put him in there
Yeah.
versus whoever it ends up being, whether it's Tom Aspinall, Gon, Chama, Alex Pereira.
Yeah.
Like Derek Lewis versus any of those guys is huge for the casual fan base on Paramount, so why not?
True. I might be wrong in the chat. When do you want me to hop on? You can hop on now, mate. I mean, we're just keeping the panel open. We're just having a chat. You can hop on now and join the conversation if you like. Punisher says, 10-7 just said Waldo is hot. What do you mean by that?
I don't mean it. Like, come on, Punisher. Hey, Punisher is one of the great people, by the way, Bromo, that came from your community that hops into the shit that we do on YouTube and Instagram. So shout out Punisher. You know I don't fucking mean that. Come on. I mean he's hot in terms of he's on fire. He's been winning some fights. I don't swing that way, brother.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we can always count on fucking Punisher to support. I mean, he's good like that. He is good like that. He even went to my brother's channel. He does like gym content. He comments on there too. He's a very supportive guy. But yeah. Krokop says he beat Delija and he isn't fat. He also had a good fight against Pavlovich.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's one of the guys that's not just a fucking big fat guy, right? Like he is very athletic. He played baseball, which I love baseball. I know you guys probably don't know much about it over on that side of the world, but not a very athletic sport, but the guy is athletic.
Yeah. And in the backstage area, we have got Double Move, my boy.
What's up, big dog? How are you doing?
Not too bad, mate. All right, we have been going back and forth. Me and Double Move in the DMs. We've been meaning to collab for about 3 weeks, but either I've been ill or he's been ill. Oh, like something's come up. So we're gonna film a collab for your channel tomorrow, aren't we? It's
I'm down for it.
Yeah, it's our predictions for this card anyway, so that should be fun. But I said he could come in the stream. We should get a few people in and get a bit of a panel going. I've never had a panel. It's always been like one or two. It's always been like one person. But before we move on, Double Move. Do you want me to call you that, or do you have a name or is that fine?
Dylan. Yeah.
Dylan. Okay, Dylan.
Yeah.
All right. Who are you picking for these first 2 fights?
Honestly, I like Gene Silva a lot. I thought coming in, he was like the scariest guy to me, in my opinion, in the UFC. Like he had that Diego Lopez vibe of, okay, like who's going to stop him? But honestly, Arnold Allen, I think a lot of people sleep on Arnold Allen. It feels like every matchup he is in, it's super close, and it's like something stupid where he gets clipped when he's going for a takedown, and then now he's stuck in bottom side position, or when he is grappling with someone, he almost got caught in a submission, and then now he's like fighting defensively for 2-3 minutes, and then he lost the round. I'm picking Arnold Allen to beat Gene Silva, which is a bit of a surprise because before Gene Silva lost to Diego Lopez, I had him as the next champion. But I think Arnold Allen, I think his grappling is high level. I think he's came a long way from his fight even against Max Holloway to now. Like he looks better. He looks improved. I got Arnold Allen beating Gene Silva. I think it's going to be a competitive fight. Also, Gene Silva, although, yeah, he's a powerful striker and he hits hard, we haven't really, besides Diego Lopez, we haven't really seen him tested, though. Like, there's a difference from fighting someone like Bryce Mitchell and then Arnold Allen, you know?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did go from Bryce Mitchell to Diego Lopez, in fairness. That's quite a big jump.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could argue Ilya did the same thing, but obviously Ilya didn't fight Diego Lopez, but he made that jump up after Bryce Mitchell, you know?
That's true. That's true. I mean, he did look good against Gene, but like you say, I mean, how does he match up to the other styles in the featherweight division? I feel like he matched really well. He matched really well with Diego because he is just like a scrappy brawler for the most part. And obviously, Gene Silva's a great striker, but how's he going to do with someone that actually likes to grapple?
Yeah.
I'm just going to read a few chats a sec. Not Mike wanting me to read this one out loud. You should take after your brother and go to the gym, Tubby. Listen, right? Listen. I'm fucking jacked, all right? Listen, I'm in good shape, all right? Go to my Instagram and have a look at my fucking peeled back.
The triceps are fucking popping, Bromo.
Oh, dude, my triceps are like my pride and joy. Only my left one, though. My left one's bigger than my right. It's kind of weird. Even though I'm right-handed, I don't really get that, but it's kind of strange. Also, I think it was Crowcop asked further up, which I missed, or someone asked, thoughts on Usman's brother popping for PEDs and getting banned.
Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised at all. But I think he got popped for testosterone and now he's banned for 2.5 years. But then it's like everyone's been like questioning Kamaru Usman. And it's like, yeah, it kind of just with the people that he's been around, it's the same people as Muhammad Usman has been. You know, his dad's obviously that corrupt pharmacist. I mean, do we think Kamaru's on it? Anyone? Do we think?
Yeah, he's definitely. No, I don't know. Probably honestly everybody's on some sort. It's just like how much are you on it and how high level, you know?
I mean, I think
probably on something.
All you to do is look at Muhammad Usman and just it's like, yeah. I mean, this dude's a shredded heavyweight with traps the size of I don't even know how you'd even compare them, and tons of fucking gyno. Obviously, he was about to pop at some point.
Look, Bromo, it's been time to start looking at a lot of people in the Ali Abdelaziz camp. I mean, we just saw it with another suspension a couple weeks back, right? With the PFL guy. I forgot who that was exactly, but another one of the Team Habib guys. It is what it is, man. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. A lot of those guys get caught up in shit. Islam's been caught up with shit. So time to start looking over there, man. A lot of those guys are on roids. Kamaru Usman. Colby Covington told us a long time ago. That's all.
CEO of EPO, yeah. I mean, Orion says here, all right, Marty's been getting designer PEDs, which is harder to detect, and that is true. I feel like you've been watching Fight Society, which I watched his video earlier on this. He gets those designer shit, and it's because USADA can only test for so much. If you get that designer stuff, it's like not on the system, they can't detect it. So it's kind of weird. Also, I know 10-7 Fight Society is one of your boys. Super nice guy. Super nice guy.
He's coming out here in about 2 months. He'll be in Chicago. We're going to be linking up for a PFL card that's coming either in March or April. I'm not 100% sure on the date, but he should be out here. We're going to be collabing. Shout out Fight Society, dude. Honestly.
Shout out him, bro. I mean, we've been chatting back and forth. He's a super nice guy. I mean, and he's blowing up. I mean,
unbelievable fucking content, unbelievable blow up. I love that guy.
Daily content, and I don't know how he finds so much news to talk about. Like it's always something new, and I'm like, how the fuck's he found this news story? And it's really wild. But
he inspired us, bro. He inspired us. So
not to go back to the EPO thing, how much of this, like truly speaking, like I'm sure parts of like Habib, like their camp. I'm sure certain fighters are trying to like actively cheat. Like, how can I cheat and get away? How many of them? Because I'm like reading the testing report now. He tested positive for testosterone and BBC 157, which is the peptide to help your body heal up. How much of this though could be maybe he like sustained an injury and then probably did it wrong, try to cover it up, that or come back quicker and then use these drugs to get better, and then he kind of got caught doing that,
maybe. But I mean, does taking testosterone make you recover? Is that a recovery thing?
I think it helps your body it reduces the stress, I think, and it probably shortens the time of the healing process.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I wish DS was here, Bromo, because he's like a steroid expert. He knows all about that shit. I wish he was here. He's a little busy today. Today, by the way, real quick, I don't know, over here on this side of the pond, we got the Bears in the Chicago Bears in the playoffs. Okay, Bromo, For you guys, that's the quarterfinals. That's what you call it. We're playing the Rams today. We're about to kick some ass. So DS is a little busy with that. But yeah, he knows all about steroids and everything. Yes, of course, testosterone helps. One thing I will point, double move. I'm sorry. What'd you say your name was, dude?
Dylan.
One thing I will just throw out there, just so we're not, kind of like going all over the place. Muhammad Usman's not a Team Habib guy, right? Still, I believe he's with Ali Abdelaziz. But regardless of the fact, a lot of those guys on the Team Habib team, you're right. A lot of them have been caught with a lot of shit. And again, that lets me know that it's in the camp, right? If Habib runs such a tight ship, then this shit's all happening behind his back. You expect us to believe that? You know what I mean? I don't buy that for a second, dude. I think a lot of those guys are on it. Most of them are on it. If not all of them were on it at some point growing up. We know the Russian scandal with, Russian athletes not being able to compete in the Olympics and all that kind of shit. Those guys are on the juice, bro. They're on the juice.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I did a video on the Team Habib stuff on it, and it's like so many people from that camp have popped. You think Habib has no idea? It's either like he's the dumbest coach on planet Earth, none of his team trust him, or he's just not bothered and he knows about it all. And either way, it's not really a good look for him. So
Usman Nurmagomedov 2-3 years ago against our boy Patricky Pip, or right before he fought, or he was supposed to fight Patricky, I believe, and then that ended up like freeing up the title. They didn't strip him or anything, but they did like the little tournament. He got popped. So Usman Nurmagomedov, right? He's supposed to be the best 55er on the planet outside of the UFC.
yeah,
Another one. So if Usman's on it, you don't think Umar's on it?
well, I mean, yeah, true. That's a good point. Yeah, maybe.
They're probably just getting better at masking it, though.
Yeah.
Like maybe like Umar and like Islam are just getting like that. Like they're paying the extra, to get the extra doctors and scientists to like just mask it. And Muhammad Usman is probably paying some cheap ass scientist that he found on fucking Craigslist.
Another thing about that, Dylan, think about it, right? Muhammad Usman's in Florida. These guys are in Dagestan. You think fucking USADA, I know it's not USADA anymore, but you think these guys are flying out to Dagestan? Like they're not allowed to go everywhere out there. You know what I mean? So
I agree.
It's easy to go hide for 2 months while your cycle's working and getting out of your system and all that shit.
Last thing, what pisses me off with the Dagestani bullshit? It's always the fighters that are like kind of ass that always get caught. But the fighters that are good, they never get, like Muhammad Usman 4-3, like he's kind of shit. He ain't gonna be anything crazy. None of them ever get caught. It's always like the low level shitty. It's got to be like how much money too they're putting in.
It's and a lot of it's the UFC masking that shit.
Yeah,
like superstars get.
Yeah, superstars.
Yeah, I mean you got Umar that hasn't popped, or Islam popped, but they overturned it. And then obviously Habib, he hasn't popped either. But yeah, and then like you say, it's a lot of like the lower level Team Habib guys in the UFC and outside the UFC that have popped for it and shit like that. It's kind of weird. Yeah, maybe it's the UFC just like trying to mask it stuff.
Of course. Who's the last massive star that popped in the UFC? I'm thinking back to Dillashaw, right? That's the last huge name champion level fighter that I remember popping.
John Jones. That's probably
Dillashaw and John Jones. But yeah, crazy. Anyway, let's get back to this. Because Dylan, Natalia Silva and Rose Namajunas.
I like Natalia Silva. I think her striking is good. She uses the long range really well. She uses the kicks well. I think I don't know if it's a Muay Thai background or if it's Taekwondo, but that's how like she strikes. She's really good at distance management. Her clinch game has gotten a lot better. When she fought Alexa Grasso, I think at UFC 315, which I need to look that up and make sure. I think it was UFC 315, Alexa Grasso and.
Hey, Bromo, hold on.
Yeah, Alexa Grasso and Natalia Silva. She used the defensive grappling well and showed her clinch game. So,
give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Persian Habibi in the chat saying these accusations are pissing me off. I'm gonna start swinging. It's AI, brother. Come on now. First and foremost, I'm Middle Eastern, so take it from me. I'm not sitting here being a hater on the region of the world, brother. It's not accusations, it's facts. We've seen multiple people pop, multiple people. If you started seeing that trend from a different gym, If you started seeing it out of Marab and you started seeing it out of Ilya and Giga Chikadze, you'd be fucking saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. Unfortunately, though, that's not the case. It's happening over there. It's not happening many other places. So it is what it is, dude. It is what it is.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, it's kind of wild. But Dylan, we were just talking about this before you joined. Who have you got for this one?
I want to choose Waldo because I feel like he's different, but all these heavyweights that are like slightly overweight and they have like 3-4 knockouts in a row, they always get stopped right before like it's their time. Taito Avasa, Sergey Pavlovich. That's how I see Waldo Cortez Acosta. He might change. He might fucking knock out Derek Lewis. But for some weird reason, I feel like Waldo Cortez Acosta should win. He should be able to knock out Derek Lewis because Derek Lewis is old, fat, and slow. But like these heavyweights all do the same thing. Sergey Pavlovich, Taito Avasa, maybe Waldo Cortez Acosta. I think this is going to be whoever connects first. And I think Derek Lewis is just slightly faster. And that extra 1-inch reach might just land on Waldo Cortez Acosta and knock him out. So I'm picking Derek Lewis. Even though he shouldn't win, I think Waldo is going to end up like how Taito Avasa did and Sergey and end up getting caught.
I mean, Derek shouldn't have won against. Well, I mean, people were picking Taliesin Teixeira to beat Derek Lewis, and then he just goes in there and fucking, does what he does. I mean, if there's anyone to derail Waldo, it's definitely Derek. But yeah, I was just saying, I feel like there's different motivations, but as Bam Bam said from 10-7 that Derek's never really been hungry for title fights. He just wants to make money and fight. So I guess there's not really a change of motivation for Derek. But Waldo, I mean, I saw this is his 6th fight in 10 months. That's just insane.
Who, Waldo Cortez Acosta? That is insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
6th fight in 10 months, and he's only lost one of them to Pavlovich. I mean, the rest he's won. So he is on a roll. And his last fight against Shamil, which was heartbreaking to watch,
was that the one with the eye poke?
No,
that was Ante Delija.
Yeah, Ante Delija.
Yeah, he eye poked Waldo, and then they did a weird like the referee called the fight, and then went, actually no, we're gonna restart the fight now.
And then he.
I do feel like. I just want to say on that, I do feel like a big part of Waldo getting that KO was Ante having like a huge adrenaline dump after the TKO and going crazy. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I think that's probably a big reason why he ended up getting KO like straight away.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
It's just a weird one, isn't it? Right, and we've also got the boy, I might be wrong, MMA. Big old panel here. How are you doing, mate? Are you there? Oh, no, he's not there. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on.
Hello?
There? Ah, there we go. I might
Sorry,
be
my
wrong.
internet. I meant to join like 20 minutes ago. My internet has been just crashing for no reason.
Fun fact, guys. Fun fact. Paddy Pimblett subscribed to I Might Be Wrong MMA yesterday.
Yeah, that's true. He started me a breakdown video on him.
He commented on it as well, didn't he? Fucking wild.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, look, you're getting subscribed by Paddy Pimblett. Yuri Prohaska follows 10-7. When am I gonna get anyone following me? I'd even take a fucking. I don't even know. I'd even take like a fucking Shamil at this point. You know what I mean? I'd take anyone.
What do you have? Nobody, Bromo?
No, nobody.
We'll get you one. That'll be one of our goals in these next few months here. You got to get more active on Instagram, man. You just made the IG. That's the big one.
Yeah, no, yeah. Maybe I should. All right, listen. If you can get me Yuri, I'll do anything for you,
brother. I told you once I get Yuri, I need to get Yuri to do an interview with me first. We have a Czech girl on the attack right now. We have a Czech girl that we know. She speaks the language, so we're gonna have her attacking and trying to get us that interview. Next time Yuri's in America, I'm hunting.
Good shit. Right. I might be wrong. Who do you think's gonna win? I mean, you can see it on the screen here. In fact, give us your quick ones for these two fights here, and then because we've been stuck on these ones for quite a while now. Gene Silva, right. Arnold Allen, and Natalia Silva Rose. Just quickly.
I'm going double KO. I honestly can see Silva finishing Namajunas, in my opinion. I don't know why. I just see it.
Oh, fucking sorry. I was confused then. I thought you meant Gene Silva then. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, sorry.
I can see Gene Silva knocking the fuck out of Rose.
He jumps the cage after the fight.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so you think Silva's going to knock out Rose, and then who do you got for Arnold Allen, Gene Silva? Do you think Silva's going to knock out Allen?
I love Allen, but here's the thing: the shots in the second round he was landing against Lopez, Gene Silva. I mean, literally, I think a quarter of them would put Arnold Allen out. So I'm going to go Gene Silva around 2 or 3 KO, in my opinion.
Right, and what about this one? And then we'll move on to the next. We'll move on to co-main and main, and then we'll look at the prelims too. Just who do you got for this one?
This is a weird one because when I first saw the fight get announced, I was thinking in my head, "Oh, Waldo Cortez is probably going to win it." Derek Lewis is 40 years old, but then I started thinking about it, and I think stylistically, I do think Derek Lewis could pull this off because Waldo, if you look at his last 2 fights, he starts off the fight by backing up, and he always backs up against the cage and lets the other fella punch themselves out, kind of like we saw it in the Antidelegia when he got eye poked. He backed up against the cage and they got into a little brawl. And then with Shamil Gaziev, he did the same thing. And he always is able to take one punch and then land one back. But the thing is with Derek Lewis, can you take a punch from Derek Lewis? I don't know. That's what I think. So I'm going to go Derek Lewis fluke. That's what my
fluke. Well, we have in the chat. I might be right. MMA saying, I think you might be wrong though. That's kind of crazy. You know, you've got like an alter ego here, bro.
That's my stalker. Genuinely, I've felt multiple restraining orders. They keep following me around.
Right, this is an interesting one. Right, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. All right, we'll go down. We'll go down the panel. So we'll start from. Why is it doing that? That's fucking well annoying. Hold on a minute.
UFC website is so shit, man.
We'll start from. Oh my god, I'm just gonna leave it. Bam Bam, you go first, and then we'll go Dylan, and then we'll go. I might be wrong. So who have you got for this one then, Bam Bam?
All right. Look. Interesting times in the bantamweight division, Bromo. As you know, friend of the channel, my boy Merab Dvalishvili, unfortunately dropped the belt last time out against Petr Yan. Look, man, what I think that does here is it opens up the door for a Sugar Sean O'Malley fight, right? A lot of people are sick of Sean O'Malley getting undeserved title shots, and that's kind of been a trend over these last few years. But look, Sean O'Malley is in a situation where, and this is what I love about him, guys. I love the fact that Sean O'Malley is a person that's very aware of his situation. He's been kind of joking about it, but he's taken those losses well, and he understands that this is a situation where he was the feature fight. Now he's the co-main event due to fortunate circumstances for him, but he was in a feature fight, and he doesn't like that. He also said on record, if I lose this fight, there's no reason for me to continue in the UFC. I think he's fucking around with that, but Sean O'Malley knows where he's at right now. With Petr Yan getting the belt, Sean O'Malley's probably 1 win away from a title shot. He has a win over the current champion. He's probably the happiest man on the planet that Merab is no longer the champion. So I expect a dedicated and very focused Sean O'Malley. And if that's the case, he's just better than Song Yadong. Even if this fight plays out close, guys, we know a close decision goes to Sean O'Malley in this instance. So I'm going Sean O'Malley all day. I'm going decision by Sean O'Malley, probably a 30-27. I do think highly of Song Yadong. I just think this is O'Malley's perfect opportunity on the first Paramount card to reintroduce himself to a lot of fans. Casual fans are already going to love the guy. It's Sean O'Malley all day.
Yeah, it's when you say that about the close decision, because obviously we saw the Petr Yan fight, how that went.
Yeah.
And that was just, I mean, Jermaine, or in the chat, I've just seen this. The first fight was a clear sugar win. Talking about the Piotr Jan fight. I don't know if that's just rage bait or what, but that's one of the craziest robberies I've ever seen. And it's clear that they just wanted Sean in the title picture, obviously. But I agree. If it's anything close, if it could be a draw, it's not going to be a draw. It's going to be Sean, and I agree. I think I'm leaning towards Sean. Like short. Look, Sean's rise through the rankings and to the title has been very manufactured. It's been very planned out by the UFC, but he is still good. He's still very, very good. He's gonna have a lot of confidence, and like you say, you know, he's gonna really have that motivation because he has a win in quotations over Piotr Jan. And we got Warhorse here who says Yadong by TKO. Oh, by the way, guys, on Tuesday, so 2 days from now, me and Warhorse are gonna be debating Gaethje versus Pimblett. So I'm not going to give away my reasons for Pimblett or whatever in this stream. Right, you have to tune in for that on Tuesday. You know, we'll sort it out on Tuesday. But yeah, me and Warhorse are going to be debating, so be there for that. But he thinks Song Yadong via TKO, which is kind of wild. But Dylan, who have you got? Why have you got him?
So I think I'm gonna go with the stylistic approach in this matchup. I'm actually. Stay tuned to tonight. I'm going to be posting my video on this breakdown. My breakdown on this fight, actually. I think Sean O'Malley, like, yes, he has been given the opportunity to fight Peter Yan, which he shouldn't have, but he won. And then he fought Aljamain Sterling and he won. And then he got ragdolled by Merab. That is true. Like, the first fight was competitive and it was close, but then the second, the rematch, it was terrible. Sean O'Malley is a really good striker. And that's the reality. He can create space really well. He uses the teeps, the body kicks to create space, to prevent the takedown. And his ability to use that space and create combinations and land shots is undeniable. Song Yadong is that pressured fighter. He likes to march down. He wants you against the cage, go to the body, work his way up. And how he fought Peter Yan and Henry Cejudo is how he's going to fight Sean O'Malley. He's going to march down. He's going to go to the body, try and overwhelm Sean O'Malley with the power shots, try and get Sean O'Malley to move, and then Song Yadong is going to do what he always does, which is that counter left hook. He does it every time. That's how Peter Yan ended up beating him, because then he just kept on splitting the hook. He'd go under and just throw the 1-2 and get Song Yadong to back up. There is no question. Song Yadong has power. I don't think he's going to knock out Sean O'Malley. He could definitely hurt him. But strikers, it feels like when you're a striker, you either have volume and speed or you're precision and slow. Not really slow in the sense of like you're slow at striking, but you're more calculated. You're not really throwing, 5-6 strikes per minute. Significant strikes per minute. Sean O'Malley, yes, he is fast and he's precise. And I think you're going to see that in this matchup. I think he's going to be faster than Song Yadong. He has the reach. He's going to be able to throw one and twos down the middle, get Song Yadong to get, frustrated with the combinations. And you're going to see a identical fight like you did in the Corey Sandhagen and Song Yadong fight. I think it's going to be speed and precision on Sean O'Malley's part, and then just the overwhelming pressure and power from Yadong. And I think O'Malley's just going to win this decision. Maybe like how the Cheeto Vera fight was. Maybe not as bad where he beats up Song Yadong, but I think you're going to see the clear striking difference. I don't think this is going to be in the ground that much. I don't think it's going to be a grappling fight. I don't think Song Yadong, I'm sure he'll clinch up with O'Malley. I'm sure he'll try and go for a takedown or two, but I don't see it being that competitive. Song Yadong has to knock out Sean O'Malley to win. Like y'all said, if this is a close fight, they're not going to give it to Song Yadong. They want Sean O'Malley to win. And that's why I'm picking Sean O'Malley to win this fight. I think he's going to beat him up on the feet. I think he's faster, more precise. And I think he's just a better striker.
Yeah, I agree. I pretty much agree with all of that. So are you saying via decision then? Is that what you said?
I think decision. Yeah, I think unanimous decision. Is this still 3 rounds? I'm
Yeah.
looking it up. I can't figure out if it's 3 rounds or they moved it to 5 because of the co-main events.
It's 3.
3 rounds.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd say 2 rounds to 1. Maybe Song Yadong clinches up. Maybe he finds an opportunity to level change, get a single leg. I don't know. I just think if Song Yadong tries to grapple, he could get caught with something because Sean O'Malley is slick and he could catch him in like a darce or like a guillotine if he goes for like a single leg or goes to the back.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I feel like if Sean O'Malley is annoying Song with his striking, he might try and clinch up or something. I think it's going to be a pretty fun fight, to be honest. And before we move on to I Might Be Wrong, I just want to thank Crowcup for the €2. He says, pure to yarn goat supremacy. I mean, Bam Bam. That must hurt, right? Come on, bro.
It doesn't hurt. We already did what we did to Piotr Jan the first time. We'll see what happens in the trilogy. Hey, I'm happy with everything. I'm happy with how the world's playing out, Bromo. I'm in good spirits, brother. You cannot bring me down today.
Good.
You cannot bring me down.
All right, good. And also, we have 32 viewers, and that's kind of really good for like a normal like chill stream. So thank you guys that are tuning in. But please like the stream. It helps out. It helps me out an awful lot. And if you want to help me out even more, you don't have to. All right, you don't have to. All right, but super chats are always welcome. You know, if we get 10, I'm gonna do like a 20-minute. I might do half an hour. Unfiltered Q&A. You can ask me anything. Doesn't have to be MMA related at all. It can be anything about anything, as long as it's not like violating TOS and it's gonna get me banned. I don't really care. I'll answer anything. But yeah, thank you, Crow Cup. Appreciate the €2. You're always donating to me, bro. All right, just keep your money, where it is. Okay, you don't have to donate to me every stream. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, bro. I might be wrong. You've been waiting patiently, bro. All right, let's hear it. Who have you got? Song Yadong or Sean O'Malley?
In my opinion, the way UFC likes to book Sean O'Malley, they really want him back in the title picture. So I think that they know this is a very winnable matchup for him. This is a striker only, pretty much almost no wrestling. Like, is it Dylan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Dylan said no grappling. I 100% agree. Probably only grappling will probably be some ground and pound if ever like someone ever slips on their arse or something like that. I can see Sean O'Malley TKOing him in the 3rd round, but not like a full on flatline KO, but like unanswered punches against the fence kind of thing. That's my opinion, though. Yeah, so I just see TKO in the 3rd round. I can't really see 1st or 2nd because I don't think O'Malley has that kind of power. But I just see Song Yadong just like kind of rushing in, getting clipped, and then just getting finished against the fence. That's just what I think.
So you think just like volume, just like
yeah,
he gets rocked once, and then Sean just goes in with like lots of volume, and just then the ref has to jump in and
might be an early stoppage. An
early stoppage. Oh, hey, it depends. Is it Jason Herzog that's in there? We don't know. Listen, if it's Jason Herzog, all right, it's probably fixed. That's a joke, by the way. If Jason Herzog's watching, that's a joke. Not that he is, but it's probably going to be fixed. Let's be real. But yeah. So Bam Bam's decision 30-27. Dylan's 29-28. On you're going TKO in round 3.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a decision, to be honest. I think Sean's going to try and style on him a little bit. I can kind of see like maybe the 1st round being like kind of not much is going on. He's trying to figure him out a little bit. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Song's just like Sean's trying to figure out Song. I can see maybe like I'm probably going to go with Dylan like a 28-27. Is that right?
29-28.
29, yeah, sorry, my brain's gone. Yeah, 29-28. I can see that. Maybe like, but then again, it could be 30-27, but like round 1's just a bit lackluster and nothing really happens an awful lot. But then he could come out and just be really confident and just style on him for 3 rounds.
And you
Who
can also
knows?
have a fight be 30-27, but every single round is close, and you just
Yeah, true.
give it to Sean O'Malley. It's just edge. It's like just because it's 30-27, just because it's a unanimous decision win, doesn't mean this guy dominated him. Go back and
That's
watch
true.
Peter Yan and Song Yadong. Song Yadong took down Peter Yan, made it very close and competitive, but he just couldn't finish the round. He couldn't finish the combinations. He couldn't really hurt Peter Yan. He couldn't really force him in a corner and, do what he does best, which is use the power and kind of overwhelm people. It could still be a very close fight, but still, it could be 30-27 Sean O'Malley,
Yeah, it's kind of like Piotr Jan versus Figueiredo. That was like a back and forth sort of war. Probably like I scored it 50-45, but I wouldn't say that Piotr Jan beat the shit out of him. It's pretty back and forth, but I think it was pretty much a Piotr Jan win, to be honest. Right. Main event, and then we'll try and get through some prelims too. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. By the way, 32 live viewers is pretty good for me on a normal stream. By the way, I've linked all these guys' channels in the description, so go and subscribe to all of them. I'm going to be on 10-7's stream at some point whenever he gets back streaming. I've said I'm doing a collab with Dylan from The Double Move on his channel tomorrow. And I might be wrong. I mean, we haven't organized a collab, but if you want to, I'll be up for it. Or you can just come on stream, go subscribe to him. Paddy Pimblett is subscribed to him. Commented on his video 2 days ago or yesterday. That's kind of crazy. On speaking of Paddy Pimblett, here we go. But yeah, go subscribe to all these guys. Great content. And if you want, some good picks, go to 10-7. He has, those guys, because it's two of them, have some of the best picks in the game. I don't know if you weren't here earlier. What was your percentage? 77 was it?
We were over 70. 77 would be crazy. We're at 70 point something.
70 point something. Even still, 70% for picks on all the fight cards of the year. It's kind of crazy. I'm actually gonna do that Tapology thing. I'm going to see what my percentage is, because I bet it's fucking shit. I bet it'd be terrible. Right. We'll do the same thing again. Go from top down. Start with the 10-7 MMA. Gaethje and Pimblett. Who have you got? How's it happening?
Yeah, look, I don't want to give away too much of the sauce, Bromo, because again, I am doing the full card and the quick picks and all that stuff coming up. Ultimately, man, I got to lean Paddy Pimblett, and I'm sure a lot of you guys enjoy me saying that. Look, I love Justin Gaethje, right? That moniker of your favorite fighter's favorite fighter fits him so goddamn perfectly. He goes in there, young, dumb, full of cum, all that. He's ready to go to war every time. And I love that shit, right? Who doesn't love Justin Gaethje? Another guy that I don't think anybody hates. I don't think Paddy the Baddy is as great as maybe some people do think he is. But he is a very sound fighter, right? And at this point, Justin Gaethje is aging. I don't know if you guys have been under a rock or anything, but we all see that fucking crater on his neck right there. And I'm not a doctor, but that looks like staph infection to me. That is going to hurt him, right? If it is staph infection, that's not going to help. If he did the antibiotics, which I'm sure he did, that supposedly ruins your cardio. Look, I expect Justin Gaethje to go in there and put everything he has in this fight. I can see the first 2-3 rounds of this fight being an absolute classic, where Gaethje is taking some damage, but he is dishing it out. One thing I'd be interested in, though, Bromo, Paddy Pimblett, a crazy tendency, a stupid tendency of leaving his chin up high in the air. If Justin Gaethje can touch that chin, we might be seeing a different outcome. So, again, I'm rooting for that to happen. I just see Paddy Pimblett kind of breaking Justin Gaethje down by round 3, early round 4. I see a takedown and a ground and pounder submission finish while Paddy has the back of Justin Gaethje on the ground. So, ultimately, I'm going Paddy Pimblett, probably early round 4 ground and pound, maybe late round 3 ground and pound submission. That's the way I see it. And then ultimately, Ilya is going to beat the dog shit out of Paddy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Paddy's chin's always in the air. Always in the air. against Chandler. But thing is, though, I mean, Chandler was able to land some good shots on him, some like looping overhands, and Chandler's got some power. He's a very powerful guy, very explosive, and he didn't seem to rock him. So maybe Scousers don't get knocked out unless you call Darren Till. I guess we'll see. But yeah, he does leave his chin up. He's striking in the Chandler fight, honestly, was a bit sloppy. I mean, his striking's not great, but it was that well-timed flying knee because Chandler like kind of ducked down and Paddy jumped up and kneed him and cut him and really just hurt him, and then he just like pounced and got him down and was just beating the shit out of him. If you can land something like that, because Gaethje does seem to duck down an awful lot in all of his fights. Who was it? Was it might have been was it? No, it couldn't. Max, I think. Max took advantage of that because Gaethje seemed to always like duck down, and Max kind of caught him with some nice shots.
It was the spinning kick. It was that spinning kick that Max was throwing. He broke his nose in the first round. He kept throwing it throughout the entirety of the fight.
Yes. Yeah, so he was going for a spinning back kick to the body, but because Justin ducked down, it clocked him on the nose. And it's like, yeah, but he does that a lot. He like ducks down to like loop over and shit like that, but he'll just like, he'll try and slip something. He'll like slip a feint, but like really slip it. I can see Paddy kind of doing the same thing as he did to Chandler, maybe catching him on the way down, maybe hurting him. But I think he might. I think it's going to be a finish. I'm not sure whether it's going to be a KO or if it's going to be a submission, though. I'm really not sure. I'm leaning towards. I mean, he loves to go for those triangles. It could be a triangle choke, but man, I really don't know. I really don't know because he looked good against Chandler on the feet, but it's Chandler. He's a bit of a dum-dum, but then Gaethje's not like a smart IQ fighter either, is he? He kind of just goes in there and swangs and bangs, so it could be the same thing.
The only thing with that, Bromo, is Justin Gaethje at this point in his career is better than Michael Chandler, right?
Yeah.
And that's no knock on Michael Chandler. He came to the UFC old and kind of used up, still did well for himself, especially financially and getting in big spots. But this version of Justin Gaethje is objectively better than the version of Michael Chandler that Paddy Pimblett faced. So this will be his biggest test in the UFC. It's just not the best version of Justin Gaethje. If we're going prime for prime, I think Gaethje outclasses him.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing as well. Gaethje's talking about retirement and shit like that, and he's been sat out since a physio fight, just crying about getting a shot, or else he's going to retire and quit. I mean, if you're thinking about retiring, Dana says it constantly. If you're thinking about retiring, just fucking go and do it. I feel like, that sort of mindset. I don't know how much you've got left if you're thinking of retiring. I don't know, but Paddy's the young, hungry guy. But yeah, I think maybe a submission. I mean, Habib got him in a triangle, and I know it's Habib, but Paddy could do the same thing. And people might say, well, Justin can wrestle.
We saw Charles get him in the RNC. I was at that fight. Like, we've seen him get submitted.
Yeah, and he never shows his wrestling anyway. But anyway, I ain't gonna yap too much because I've got a debate on it coming on Tuesday. I'm obviously going Paddy, maybe by submission. But yeah, Dylan, let's hear it, brother.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to add. I think, like you said, I rewatched Justin and Fiziev. Justin was dipping his head down. The thing with Justin is he exaggerates his punches and his kicks a lot, which can be good and bad. But actually, I saw Tom Aspinall talk about it. I think it was on BT Sports, where Justin Gaethje will like wind up to do the soccer kick, or when he'll throw overhand right, he exaggerates so much and he's like dipping down where his head, when he's off center line, is at his opponent's belly button. And it feels like that's just the beginning of the end for Justin Gaethje. And Paddy Pimblett is so awkward. He's not the greatest striker. He's not the greatest fighter. And it feels like this title shot isn't really warranted. Like it feels like it shouldn't be him. It should be Arman and Justin. reality is it's Justin versus Patty. Justin is 37 years old. And also, this is like one thing. I think Justin is a good striker. I think, he's powerful, he's tough, he's dumb, but he gets himself into these chaotic moments. And then it feels like if someone is just a little bit smarter, if they're a little bit more technical, he's going to lose. I think Paddy Pimblett, he's not more skillful than Justin Gaethje, but I do think he is a smarter fighter. I think he's a little bit more technical. He'll find the opportunities, whether it's in the clinch, whether it's he'll throw a random head kick and then Justin Gaethje just gets hit with something and you're like, how did that happen? Justin Gaethje is dumb enough to get knocked out by Paddy Pimblett. It shouldn't happen, but it could. Paddy Pimblett does have the reach. He does like to throw a lot of body kicks, a lot of head kicks. I wouldn't be surprised if Paddy Pimblett finished Justin Gaethje. I think it's going to be a decision. I think this will be the first time Paddy Pimblett ever goes to a 5-round decision. I think it's going to be a close fight. I still think Justin Gaethje has some in the tank, but I don't think it's enough to be a champion. I just don't think that's it. Also, if I was going down the hold up, god damn it.
He's been very sick. He's been very sick the past week or so. Fucking hell, he's dying.
I'm dying.
Oh, wow.
I was going down Justin Gaethje's stat sheet, his record. If you want to go at the time of when he got these wins, I guess that matters. But what is Justin Gaethje's best win? What is his best performance? An aging Dustin Poirier head kick, a aging Tony Ferguson that took way too much damage and he, decision winned him. What is Justin Gaethje's best win? What is it? And it feels like we put Justin Gaethje in this spot of like, oh, he's this alpha, he's this guy, this knockout artist. It's like 10-7 said, we like him because he's fun, he's entertaining, but not because he's like this world-class striker and he spent 10 years in Thailand and he did all these things. He just likes to go to war. That's why we like him. I just don't see him winning this technical matchup against Paddy Pimblett. I'm choosing Paddy Pimblett. I think it's going to be close, 48-47, 3 rounds to 2. And I think Paddy Pimblett uses the clinch, finds the back, and pretty much wrestle fucks Justin Gaethje to a win.
Let me throw something in there really quickly. As far as his wins, Dylan, I get where you're coming from. I agree with you mostly. You know what I mean? One thing I will say, though, if you look at Justin Gaethje's losses as opposed to the wins, every single one of his losses is to a person that's held UFC gold, right? So it's Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier, Habib, Oliveira, and Max Holloway. That's another way you can look at it. And it's like, hey, is this guy, Paddy Pimblett, obviously if he wins this fight, he's going to beat Justin Gaethje and be a guy that has held UFC gold, right? Because he's an interim champion. But is Paddy the level of those guys? I know it's not the same Justin Gaethje as before, but that's kind of giving me a little bit of pause, right? Like, I'm just not sold on Paddy. I know Arman beats him. I know Ilia Topuria beats him. Like, those are absolute facts for me. So that's kind of where I'm, a little hesitant. I still do think he probably wins this fight, but how much longer does that shit fly for?
And also, Dylan, so you're picking Paddy. Probably a silly question with an obvious answer, but then how do you think he does against Ilia?
Honestly, I think it's more. I don't think Paddy beats Ilia. I think Ilia is just a different level. Like, I really like Ilia. He's very skillful. I like when I make my videos or when I watch when I do my breakdown videos and I watch film, I really like what sets these guys apart. Like, Ilia is so good at close quarter boxing. He does the step-in jab really well for his size, right? You see a lot of taller fighters do the step-in jab because they can get to you and then come back and close that distance, and then they can also create space. Dan Hooker does it well. Israel Adesanya, Alex Pereira, they do the step-in jab really well. Ilia is just very skillful. I like him a lot. He has a lot of skills. I think Paddy is very skillful too, but in one area, which is just grappling. I think he's an awkward striker and he makes it weird and he can stay technical. But those guys that are the difference makers, the ones that are phenomenal, I think that's Ilia Topuria. I really don't think anybody beats Ilia besides Arman. Maybe Islam at 155. you know. But I would choose Ilya to beat Paddy Pimblett. I think Justin's he's 37 years old. He's got a lot of miles on his body. He's been hit a lot. I just think anybody, I would choose anybody else in the top 5 to beat Justin Gaethje, to be honest with you. I would pick Armin. I would pick Max, Charles Oliveira to beat Justin again, Ilya to beat Justin Gaethje. I just don't think there's anybody in the top 5 that can't beat Justin.
I mean, I'd probably also pick like someone like Benoit Saint-Denis to be a Justin Gaethje at this point. No, Bam Bam.
I completely disagree.
Really?
Yeah, completely disagree.
Why is that? Do you just not rate BSD?
I don't know.
No, BSD's good. He's just not. He's not beating Justin Gaethje now. Maybe in a year. You know what I mean? It's just not happening. Benil was going to kick his ass, by the way, if he didn't get knocked the fuck out instantly.
well, if he if he didn't get knocked out, he would have won that fight.
Exactly.
Started to sound like fucking who is it? Andrew Tate. If I didn't get tired, I'd have won that fight. All right. I might be wrong. You've been sat quietly, bro. I mean, you can chirp in if you want to. You have to sit in silence for so long, bro. But let's hear your thoughts. I mean, if you've seen if you haven't seen his breakdown on this fight, go and watch it. It's really, really good. And like I said, Paddy commented on it. It is a good video. It's a good video. It's right. It's this one here. Why Paddy Pimblett? Oh, you've changed the title. Why Paddy Pimblett is Justin Gaethje's kryptonite. So go and watch that shit. But
yeah,
for those who haven't seen it, what's your pick? How does it happen? And why do you think it goes that way?
So there's going to be no bias in this pick, considering one of them is a friend of the channel now. So my best friend, Paddy Pimblett, is going to fight Justin Gaethje. And personally, no bias. I think he's going to flatline him in the first 10 seconds. Nah, I'm just kidding. Paddy Pimblett, I feel, when he says he's going to stay on the feet with Justin Gaethje, I actually kind of believe him a little bit. I do think he can get a submission rather easily, though. But I do feel like he wants to prove something. And I think modern day Justin Gaethje, I feel like is, I'm gonna have to disagree with the decision thing. I think Paddy Pimblett's gonna finish him in the first 3 rounds, in my opinion. I can see, like what you said, with a dipping Bromo. I can see Paddy just landing a jump knee and just. I don't think Gaethje has the chin of Michael Chandler nowadays. I feel like the chin is kind of withered down. I feel like after 10 years of countless wars, like the Eddie Alvarez fight, that was a long time ago, and he took an absolute beating in that fight. Max Holloway, that was 2 fights ago. Like, he's 1-1 heading into a title fight, just gonna say. But I just see Paddy Pimblett chinning him, and it might be a case of like the Charles Oliveira fight where he knocks him down and gets the submission. But I do feel like I'd lean more towards like a bad knockdown, some elbows, and then the ref stops it. That's just what I think, though. I go into more of a breakdown in my video if you want to go check that out. So,
yeah, obviously, don't give all the juicy shit on my stream. Go and watch his video, guys.
Hold on,
yeah.
Question. Why does everybody think Paddy is knocking down Justin? Why is that the way he beats him? How is that the way he beats him?
I mean, he fucking chinned Michael Chandler. Everyone said, like, in the Michael Chandler fight. Now, I don't know if what you said, because I personally don't know idiot you was like from that long ago. But everyone was saying, like, Paddy is just going to either get into a decision with Michael Chandler or, like, get a submission. And Paddy just spent 90% of the Michael Chandler fight, on the feet, kind of just, like, playing the range game and just either hurting him or waiting until just Michael Chandler, to take him down. That's when he would play BJJ. That's just my thoughts, though. I do think Paddy has very underrated striking, though, in my opinion. I feel like he's getting better every fight. So I think we're going to see the best Paddy Pimblett in this fight. And he looks fucking... The weight cut has been easy. Don't know what's going on with Justin Gaethje. He hasn't really said much. But Paddy Pimblett, he's looking good in like the camp heading into this fight. So I think he's gonna look. It's gonna be like a kind of a shocking performance where he does his best work. That's just what I think, though.
Well, I think he did say that he's trying to cut down on the ballooning up and cutting down so much. So he's trying to stay in relatively decent shape year round. Obviously not like shredded lean, but not like going fat like what he used to. I don't know if he's still doing that or what, but yeah, I think he's looking in good shape, and I would say that he's pretty big, but Justin's taller. But I mean, for his he's got a pretty big frame. He's quite a big presence in the cage, and I know he looked massive compared to Chandler, but I don't know how tall Michael Chandler is. I'm assuming it's pretty small though. But he did look pretty big against Chandler. But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, Gaethje likes to go in the clinch. He has good clinch work. I mean, I think you said that in your video. That he's good. He's really good in the clinch. But what does Paddy do in those clinches, man? He'll throw up that flying triangle and shit like that. And Gaethje's not got great jiu-jitsu. He'll probably just go down, and I can see that maybe happening. If Paddy tries to go for that, Justin just tries to get in the pocket and go for a clinch. Like some uppercuts, which are very good in the clinch. But maybe Paddy will just go for like a jumping triangle or something like that. But just a quick recap, and then we'll have a look at some of the prelims if you guys fancy it. Also, don't feel like you guys need, if you need to go at any point, you can just dip. You don't need to stay. But Bam Bam, did you say decision or finish?
Paddy Pimblett, late 3, early 4 finish.
Or just like TKO or submission or...
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe ground and pound. Like similar to the Chandler situation. I see him kind of on his back. I don't know, Dylan, if it's going to be a drop or not. I don't know if I said it would be. It might just be off of a takedown. I just think it's going to be more just an accumulation of damage, and then he's going to get Gaethje's back, and it's either going to be an RNC or some ground and pound. And the referee's going to be quick to step in. So Paddy finished late 3, early 4.
And Dylan, did you say decision?
Yeah, I think decision. I think I don't know. I think there's a part of me where I'm second guessing. I'm thinking, Justin would be the one to surprise everybody, but I think decision. I think Paddy will win, but I do think this is going to be a lot closer than what we think. I feel like Paddy in the later rounds 4 and 5, like we're really going to see what he is made of. And I think nobody does that better, like to test how good you are, than Justin Gaethje. But I do think Paddy decision win.
Do you think it's going to be one of them where like it's close, like really close, and then Paddy wins, and then people go, "Oh, Paddy went life and death with an old washed Justin Gaethje. He don't stand a chance against Elia or Arman." And
I don't really know much about Paddy Pimblett's corner compared to, I know more about like Justin Gaethje's corner, Trevor Whitman. I don't know much about Paddy Pimblett. Trevor Whitman, he is good at changing things up throughout the rounds and helping his fighters, So although Justin Gaethje might be getting messed up, maybe it's his coaching and whatever they see in the corner after rounds 1 and 2 that could lead to something else. But I do think this is going to be a close fight, especially I feel like it's just so odd. First card of the year, first card on Paramount. We want Paddy Pimblett to win. So I feel like it's one of those, like it's just not going to be what we think it's going to be. Paddy could still win, but it's not going to be as easy or maybe as simple as we think. But I think it's still going to be a great fight. This is still a good matchup. And we're having this debate now, like, how is this going to happen? I mean, that's what makes this fight so interesting.
Yeah.
We really don't know what's going to happen.
So you think it's going to be like 3 rounds? Did you say 3 rounds?
I think 3 rounds to 2. I could see Justin Gaethje doing some cheap shit where I'm not saying he's going to intentionally like throw like a nut shot or anything, but I could see him like spamming leg kicks and then Paddy Pimblett doing something awkward, and then he'll get something would happen, eye poke and kick to the nuts or whatever. But Justin Gaethje still like won the exchange, and he won rounds 1 now, and then or rounds 2. maybe he bloodied up Patty, even though Patty might have been destroying him, and then that's how Justin stole a round, But I still think it's going to be close. I think maybe rounds like 1 and 2, if Justin does win, it'll be those rounds.
And I might be wrong. You reckon rounds 2 or 3? Is that right? Two.
First 3, I'll just go for like safety, but I can see a knockout here for Paddy, to be honest. I just don't think Gaethje is chained, like I said, with the countless wars and all. I feel like, at any point in his career, maybe not this fight, maybe the next, I think at some point his chain is just going to completely shatter. And it might be this fight. So I'm just going to go knockout for Paddy Pimblett the first 3 rounds.
But we're talking like, when you say knockout, you mean like TKO type, or like it's
could
going to
be both, to be honest. Could be both.
Yeah.
We've seen, Gaethje get slumped before, so it could happen again.
Maybe. I mean, that's like Max Holloway fucking putting down to the floor type shit. I don't know if they're going to do that, but yeah.
Hey, Bromo, by the way, that fight. Listen to this shit. 10-7 MMA. I told you first. I picked Max Holloway 5th round KO and fucking smacked that. Okay.
Really?
God. I'm Justin Gaethje. Come on now.
That's crazy. I mean, everyone was picking Gaethje, man. Everyone was picking Gaethje. That's kind of crazy. I mean, this is what I mean, guys. If you want some good picks, all right, and you want to gamble all of your life savings, go to 10-7 and do exactly what he says. You'll never lose, and you'll make loads of money. I mean, I'm sure that's what he'd also encourage you to do.
Something like
gamble away your life savings.
Bromo, let me get to 2 of these prelims. I got to get out of here, brother. I got the Bears coming up in about an hour's time. If we can get to 2 of these prelims real quick, I would appreciate it. Obviously, I think one of the 2 prelims I want to go to real fast.
This one?
Sure, yes, that's one of the 2. So let's talk about this real quick. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figgy. One thing I want to say, obviously, I got to pick Umar Nurmagomedov in this fight. I'm not delusional, nor am I stupid. But friend of the channel, Davison Figueiredo, I think a lot of people, the odds are fucking crazy. If you're betting this fight, you're out of your mind if you're putting anything on Umar Nurmagomedov. That's not worth it. The odds are not worth it. If you're going to sprinkle on Figgy. He's been a world champion for so long, guys. And again, I do anticipate Umar winning this fight. I just don't understand the odds. I think they're crazy. So if you're going to be a betting man, sprinkle a little bit on Davison Figueiredo. It might be worth it. Umar had a close fight with Mario Batista, and skill for skill, Davison Figueiredo significantly better than Mario Batista. Yes, he's older and smaller, but just know that the odds are fucking out of whack.
I just want to jump in real quick. What are the odds?
Last time I saw them, Umar was like minus 1,000 or something. Let me check it real quick for you.
He's like 1-16 where I am.
Yeah, what is it?
1-16.
Yeah, so that's crazy. I'm seeing a live one right now, minus 1450. So 14.5 to 1. That's fucking obnoxious.
Crazy.
I think he wins. I think he wins, but if you're gonna play a little lottery ticket, throw it on Davison Figueiredo. And then if you could scroll down, there's another friend of the channel at the bottom there, Bromo. My boy, Inner G, Charles Johnson, number 13th ranked flyweight on the planet. I've been talking to CJ a bunch in the last couple weeks. We're supposed to do an interview. It still may happen. I just don't want to bother him on fight week too much. So we'll see what happens there. But regardless, Charles Johnson, man, one of the most underappreciated fighters on the entire roster, a ranked flyweight, should be ranked higher, should have gotten a crack at the upper echelon of this division already. Last time out, fucked up y'all's boy, Loney Kavanaugh. I'm sure that was disappointing to a lot of you folks over there. But CJ is on fire, man. Love this guy to death. I think, honestly, I really do believe, and I like you pointing that out, a win over Josh Van, the only person in the promotion to beat Josh Van. I think CJ makes a shocking, to a lot of people, skyrocket jump up the rankings this year. He's going to beat Alex Perez. We will see Charles Johnson potentially by the end of the year fighting for a strap. Skullet gang. Shout out Charles Johnson. He's winning this fight, Bromo. Double move. Dylan, it was a fucking pleasure meeting you. I might be wrong. It was a pleasure I don't see you, but I see your little Marab picture, and I love that for you. So appreciate you guys for having me, Bromo. It's always a blast. We got to get you on the channel. I don't know if we're gonna do a video or a live. It's hard with the intercontinental timing windows, but we're gonna get you on. So shout out CJ, shout out Figgy, shout out everybody. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Come subscribe. Join the 10-7 MMA community. We're skyrocketing this year. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Bear down.
He's linked in the description, so go and check him out. See you later, Bam Bam.
Thank you, fellas.
All right, boys. So if you guys want to carry on, I'm happy to. We'll talk about Umar versus Figgy first. What we saying? What we saying, boys? I mean, who knows? Maybe Figgy's gonna get it done. I don't think so.
This seems like the I'm actually after this matchup, after this breakdown, I'm gonna hop off too. I need to go get some dinner, but
No worries.
I'm on the East Coast time, so it's about dinner time. But I think this matchup, you could tell me if you agree, this feels just like the Corey Sandhagen and Figgy matchup where, remember fight week where there were pictures coming out of Figueiredo where he was fat and they said that he was injured, and then when he fought Corey Sandhagen, he fought like a fat, injured fighter. I'm not saying that's going to be the same way, but that's how this fight feels like it's pointless. Like we kind of know the outcome. Anything could happen. But it is a shame that we once saw Figgy as like one of the greats. Like we were at one point comparing him to like DJ, and before Brandon Moreno started, doing his thing in Pantoja, we were comparing that guy as like he could be the next flyweight. And then now going to bantamweight just feels like that isn't really there anymore. The age, and he hasn't really done anything crazy. I mean, beating Cody Garbrandt is nice, but it's not. That doesn't do me anything, in the bantamweight division. I feel like this is a one-sided fight. I think Umar is still that guy. I know people hate him, but I mean, he is a dog. And I still think his fight against Merab is a lot closer than what people are saying, like, oh, Merab dominated Umar. I think Umar gave him a good fight. So I think this is an easy win. And I think this is going to be next for, like, if Umar wins, he's next for the belt.
Yeah. I mean, you say that, but you know that they're going to give it to Sean if he beats Song Yadong. So.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, he's not going to jump anybody, but I don't think he'll have to fight again in order to get
his next fight will be, okay. So
yeah.
He beats Figgy, and then his next fight is going to be.
It will be either be Sean O'Malley or it will be a fight with Peter Yan. But and don't you think they want to market Umar versus Sean? Like, doesn't that feel like they want to set that up?
Yeah, I mean, maybe if they do Sean O'Malley, maybe if Sean O'Malley beats Piotr Yan, they could do an Umar versus Sean O'Malley. That's kind of like a Conor versus Habib in the bantamweight.
Yeah,
kind of. Superstar versus Dagestani. That type of shit. I mean, I don't think Sean would beat Piotr Yan unless they rob him a second time, which would be kind of annoying. But I think I've got Umar via decision. I mean, it's 3 rounds. We saw Umar gas out bad in his last fight against Mario Batista. I don't think he's going to finish Davison Figueiredo. He still is good. He's very, very tough. And, Piotr Yan took him 5 rounds. I don't see Umar getting him out of there anytime, any sooner than what Piotr Yan could. So I think Umar is probably going to get 30-27 on him like he did to Mario. That's my thoughts anyway. I might be wrong. Are you going to be wrong on this one? Or are you going to be right? I'm probably guessing that you're going to be right, unless you're going to do like an MMA Joey contrarian type shit and go, you know what, Davison Figueiredo, man.
Figueiredo by flying me. It's written in the stars. No, but Umar, with all due respect to 10-7, Figgy's, it's over. He's 38 for flyweight. That's 97. Especially a flyweight moving up to bantamweight, he's going to be smaller. Is he actually the same height? Let me see. Yeah, he's much smaller than Umar. I can just see Umar. Umar has decent striking. I can really see him kind of piecing up. The only thing with Figueiredo is the power. I can really see him winging an overhand. But in recent performances, like the Corey Sandhagen fight, he looked like a shell of his former self. And in the Montel Jackson fight, with all due respect to both, nothing really happened that fight. It was kind of just a staring contest for 3 rounds. But that's just my opinion. I feel like Montel kind of shit the bed, in my opinion. And Umar is leagues better than Montel. So I can see a Umar finish. I can see Umar either TKO him with elbows or getting a submission 3rd round. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, that Montel Jackson fight was a bit trash. I can't lie. It was a little bit trash. I mean, he got it done, I guess, but it's like, it's Montel Jackson. I mean, he's ranked. I'm looking now. He's ranked number 15. Figgy's
Also,
number
here's a
6.
stat as well. Montel, the striker, at one point, I think it was one of the rounds, he literally threw like 2 strikes. Didn't land 2 strikes, threw 2 strikes. And that's how Figgy got the split decision. It was fucking. I was literally sitting there. I picked Montel because I thought he would chin him, Lee. And I was staring there. I was like, fucking throw something. You hurt him like twice. Like in the first, I think it was like the first round, he hurt him. And he just stopped throwing because he was scared to death of Figgy's power. But I don't think Umar will be scared of his power. I think Umar will go right to him, make a statement for their title shot, and get it done. That's what I think, though.
I think as well. I don't know if this is a hot take, but if they rebook Umar versus Merab and it's a 3-rounder, I'm picking Umar via decision. 28-27. No, 29-28. Sorry. I don't know why I keep saying that. Because Umar won those first 2 rounds against Merab until he just has fucking terrible cardio and Merab doesn't. I don't know what you guys think about that. Obviously, I know I might be wrong. Is going to disagree.
It was 5-0. You got to admit, it was 5. I'm just kidding.
I think over 3 rounds, maybe. I mean, I don't know why they do it over 3 rounds unless it's like for some reason. I mean, it could be a co-main that's 3, all like a feature fight in the future. But I don't know. I feel like
no, I would agree. If it's 3 rounds, I'd pick Umar because I could be wrong. But wasn't the Corey Sandhagen and Merab fight? Corey won that like first round, but then Merab turned it around in the second round and almost like KO'd Corey in the second round or something crazy. I mean, I don't think he would do that to Umar, but I mean, Corey won that first round against Merab. Merab almost reminds me of like a Peter Yan in a way, not the same, but they do start a little bit slower. And in 3 rounds, they don't really change much, which is like Peter Yan's like biggest demise. But
yeah, I mean, 10-7 said, he's picking Umar, but the odds are crazy. Merab will do Umar dirtier than last time. And I'm sure I might be wrong. He's probably going to
I fully agree
with that. Yeah, because Merab's your boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll move on. Dylan, are you going now? Or?
Yep, I'm going to head out. I need to get some dinner and get ready to watch some football tonight. But I appreciate let me hop on. It was fun chatting. Tomorrow, I guess we'll just figure out a time. We'll do a breakdown, so make sure you check out Double Move MMA.
Right at the same time. I mean, 9 p.m. my time, so whatever that is your time, because I got to put the kids to bed.
No, that works for me.
All that shit. But yeah, we can record that and go subscribe to Double Move. Our collab on his channel. We're recording it tomorrow, or I don't know when he's going to be posting it. Probably like the day after, or maybe the day after that.
I'll probably do it tomorrow night or Tuesday. But yeah, appreciate it. I can't get big names, but I do get the smaller fighters that fight in North Carolina that I've trained with. Brian Barberina, shout out my boy Joe Selecki. Not trying to brag or nothing, training with my boy.
Joe Selecki.
Joe Selecki.
Damn.
I mean,
Brian Barberina. Hey,
look, I have no one, so you.
I got Paddy Pimblett.
Yeah.
You are going to be fucking milking that.
I'm milking that.
But all right, I appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good one. Thank you so much.
See you then.
See you later, buddy. Right then, just me and you now, mate. We will do a few more that I'm not going to go down the whole prelims, but we'll do a few.
Prelims. I have my picks picked out.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do the whole prelims then.
Okay.
Let's just start by saying my brother Elliot. All right, Umar, easy win. I agree. Again, go subscribe to Elliot, guys. Go and click on his channel. Go subscribe. He's jacked. He's definitely natural. No, he is natural. He's just got great genetics.
Third trend twin.
He is the third trend twin. The trend triplets. That's what they are.
Oh yeah.
Right, Atiba. Listen, guys, Andrei Pulyaev. I mean, he might get it done, guys. Against this absolute fucking unit who's nah.
Is
He isn't, is he?
It's here Gauthier. This is a step up, but it's like he's been dominating so much that this is just kind of like an inch forward in terms of where he is. I do feel like he's a ranked potential. Not sure where his grappling is at, but Gauthier. Here's the thing. I don't know if Pulyev is gonna hit and run or is he gonna go right to Gauthier. But in my prediction, in my picks, I believe Pulyev will try exchange with Gauthier and he'll get clipped even faster than like Robert Valentine. I'm going Gauthier first minute and a half.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, these guys though, 6'4" middleweights, man, that's fucking big. That's really tall.
I think Gautier's lying a bit. I think he's 6'2" and a half. If you look at him standing next to Sean Strickland, he's like nearly eye level with Sean Strickland. Pulyev, I think if you look at the face off, I think Pulyev's going to be looking down at him a little bit. But still, like he's fucking built. I'm going to be honest. Like for middleweight, he's still huge.
Just bear with me a sec. What are you saying? You spilt your water. You're in bed. Have you lost the kid again? Yeah. Right, see you soon. All right. Yeah. Mott Micah says, again, bro, I'll subscribe to them, but not you. Fuck off, mate. Come on. So be mean, all right? Just because, I might be wrong, is best friends with Paddy Pimblett, and I'm not. Right. I mean, it's an obvious pick, in my opinion. I mean, this guy's just, I'm so excited to see him fight someone ranked. I really am. I mean, if you look at the middleweight rankings, I mean, I reckon he could beat like a Roman Dolidze or something. He's fucking trash.
Easily.
Get him in like near to the top 10. I think that's a good shot.
What the matchup to make is with Gauthier? I just realized this now. Marvin Vettori, the best chin against a fucking monster. Make that a main event of a fight night. I don't care.
That'll actually be fire, but yeah, that would be fire. Not ranked, but that would be a great fight. Gauthier versus, oh yeah, shit, that's actually a great idea. Jesus. I think
goes the later as well.
I think round one KO. I think that's pretty much how it is. I mean, they need to give him a step up, like a big step up soon. If he smokes this guy, give him someone just outside the rankings like a Marvin, or just give him someone that's outside of the top 10. I mean, there's Paulo Costa there if he ever makes weight. Or anything. Rodriguez, that's a pretty good fight for him. Joe Pyfer, man, I mean, he's fighting Adesanya, so he might actually be in the top 10 come whenever that fight card is, which will be quite interesting to see. But moving on, Krylov versus Bukauskas.
This fight, I always have I don't know what way to a guarantee pick. This is my guarantee pick for like just overall like value and the odds and all that. The fact that Modestas Bukauskas is a smaller favorite than Umar and Figgy is, in my opinion, is a travesty. Krylov has fallen off, in my opinion. Look at his fight with Guskov. He got chinned in one round. Look at the fight before that. He got chinned in one round. Slept. Bukauskas is coming off a round 1 KO.
I mean, I'm going to check, but he got knocked out by Reyes, right? Yeah, he did. Round 1 KO against Reyes.
Who went on to get slept by Old.
Slept by Guskov. I mean, if you're getting slept by Dominic Reyes, who's just, I mean, no one hates Reyes, but I mean, come on. He isn't like, he had one good performance against John Jones, and now everyone's like, oh my God, this guy, he's fucking, he's the fucking best dude. He's like, no, he had one good night, I agree. I think Bukauskas, man, is going to get it done. All right. Krylov's, what was he, ranked number 13? So this is Bukauskas getting a ranked guy, I think it's an easy way into the rankings, to be honest. I think he's going to finish him, man. Round 1 or 2.
I'm going round 1 or 2 KO, in my opinion. Can't really see him getting a sub, but he has the sub ability there, so that's another route you can go. And another thing is, I'm not going to say, but I think Bukauskas is a bit of a dark horse in this division, in my opinion. We saw Ankalaev fight Paul Craig. Whenever Ankalaev was in the guard of Paul Craig and he got subbed, you know, Bukowskis had no fear heading into Paul Craig's guard. He went right in there and then finished him at the end of that round.
Yeah,
So
he did.
I think their course of division is Bukowskis, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, is he the guy that got really badly injured as well?
He stumped by Khalil.
He got what?
Oblique kicked by Khalil. Do you know that famous clip of?
Yeah.
That was him.
Someone in the chat. Is this Conor McGregor or a pre-cum offspring? A pre-cum offspring's crazy. All right, Perez and Johnson. Who've we got?
This is actually the trickiest one, to be honest. I love Charles Johnson, but Perez, before he got subbed, he was looking good against Asiel Mabayev.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is the type of fucking matchup Johnson loses, in my opinion. Because he'll look fucking unbeatable against Joshua Van and like Leonard Kavanagh, undefeated guys. But then when he goes up against like a crafty veteran who's like 10 and 12, it's just, I don't know why. He just seems to lose these types of matchups. But I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going Charles Johnson KO round 3. That's just what I think, though.
Yeah, I can see Charles getting it done as well. And, you know, like we say, the only guy in the UFC to beat Joshua Van and KO'd him too. That's kind of crazy. That's a good thing to have on your resume. You know, a KO victory over the current champion, albeit, you know, not the real champ. Let's be real, but you know, it's just one of them. But yeah, he beat Joshua Van, man. Who does that to Joshua Van? No one really.
I mean, Joshua Van went fucking to war with a couple of people, and he didn't even get hurt in any of them. You know, except for the Pantoja. We're not going to talk about the Pantoja fight. But went 3 rounds with Royval, like took the fight right to him. Royval has decent power, and Van just kind of stood in the pocket with him and traded. And when he done that with Johnson, he got clipped and knocked out. It's like it's aging really well.
Oh, and this is kind of like another fight I like that. Michael Johnson, not Charles Johnson. They're not related, even though they're both Johnson and Black. He's another one, man. I mean, just does really well against really good guys and then just does shit against people that are fucking shit. He's a really hard fighter to predict for. He's like a Kevin Holland kind of, you know, just doing really well against, like, he'll come in and look like one of the top 10, top 5 guys. It's like, wow, this guy's really good. And then he just gets fucking slapped, you know, and it's just, it's hard to predict. But what do you think with this one?
I think Alexander Hernandez he's on a 2-fight win streak, and if you look at the wins, it's Chase Hooper and Diego Ferreira. I don't know, I can't remember what was before that, but the Chase Hooper one, he slept Chase Hooper after Chase Hooper failed to get a takedown on him, and for some reason Chase wanted to strike with him, got knocked out cold. And then for the Diego Ferreira one, I'm going to be honest, Ferreira was kind of piecing him up before Hernandez chinned him. In my opinion, I thought he won. I think he got into round 2. I thought he won round 1. So you have to think like that. Both of his wins have been like he was losing the round and then he got a knockout. I don't think you'll be able to sleep Johnson, in my opinion. I think Johnson's a way better striker than those two, even though he got slept by Diego Ferreira. I can see a Johnson decision.
Yeah, I mean, I'm leaning towards Michael Johnson as well. I mean, I've got my picks all picked out. I'm going to post a picture of it onto my community tomorrow for fight week, just so people know what I'm saying. But yeah, I agree, man. I think Michael Johnson, you know, he's just a crafty vet, man, and I think he is genuinely good when he wants to be good. Like I say, he is like a Kevin Holland. You know, he comes in sometimes really on point, and then sometimes he just, you know, comes in and he's just shit. So it's really hard to predict which version of Michael Johnson's going to come in. And Punisher's going now. He's going to head out. Goodbye, Punisher. Speak to you in the Discord server, brother. Thank you for joining the stream. But yeah, Simply Trolling says here, I was really looking forward to that Pantoja Van matchup. It left a lot to be desired. I pray Pantoja returns like he never left. That fight will be insane. That fight will be massive, like even more massive now for when Pantoja comes back to fight Joshua Van. If he's even challenged, I think Manel Cap beats Joshua Van. Just saying, don't know what you think.
I disagree.
Oh, well, listen.
This is the contrarian take to everyone. I think Van beats the shit out of Manel. I'm going to be honest. I think Van does it quite easily.
Really?
But, yeah. I mean, look, Horiguchi pieced him up, you know. I think Van's better than Horiguchi. I know Cap's improved, but...
Yeah,
No.
I mean, yeah, but what you could say to that is Van took Royval the distance and Cap just destroyed him.
Yeah.
If we're doing MMA math, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
you
yeah.
could say that.
In my past pick, Diego Ferreira slept Michael Johnson. I'm not following MMA math, so going my own math.
Also, I just want to say before we predict this, right? Both these guys are 6'1", yeah.
Mhm.
Where is it? Middleweight, 2 weight classes below them, 6'4" each. What the fuck? These guys are just high.
This is a fun fact connected to Denzel Freeman. Denzel Freeman's only loss, and I'm not counting anyone who knows Denzel. This is some Denzel Freeman lore, by the way. I know a lot about this guy.
Why?
He fought the PFL.
Why do you know about
I
Denzel
watched
Freeman?
the PFL. Judge me if you want. I fucking watched the PFL. He fought this 2-0 guy. I thought it was a clear 3-0 Denzel Freeman, in my opinion. They robbed him. So he's really 8-0, but in the amateurs. Have you ever heard of Johnny Eblin?
No.
He fought Fabian Edwards and he got fluked by Gino Fanstinis. A lot of these guys you probably don't know, but
listen, dude. I'm a fucking UFC casual, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
Johnny Eblin, who is a middleweight fighter, could make welterweight if he wanted. Fought Denzel Freeman in heavyweight, and it was close, but it was a clear 2-1 Johnny Eblin. So a lot of these middleweight guys, if they just want to move up, like I think Sean Strickland could make a fucking run at heavyweight, in my opinion. I think guys like Hoke, I think, a lot of like Gauthier could make a run at heavyweight if they just skip light heavyweight. Pereira could easily make a run at heavyweight. It's only really the top guys like Aspinall and Gan you really need to worry about. But,
Yeah, true.
Anyway.
But yeah, and I just want to say Denzel Freeman, you can tell this dude, like if he did a weight cut, he would be fucking shredded. I mean, look at the size of his chest, his delts, his fucking he's just you can tell this dude can fucking lift. You can tell, like if he did powerlifting, this dude would be fucking oh god. Anyway. The Incredible Hulk versus Freeman. You're fucking apparently, you're the expert on Denzel Freeman. So how do you think this fight goes?
Denzel Freeman, he is actually quite. If you've seen his fights, he's quite agile. He throws some high kicks. He's quite, agile and athletic for heavyweight, even though he's so big. And he has quite decent wrestling. This could be a tricky matchup for Hoke, but I think Hoke is like too strong. I feel like he would get the wrestling off. So I'm going to go Hoke split decision, in my opinion.
Decision.
I don't think he finishes Freeman. Freeman's just too good for that, in my opinion. But he could surprise me, but I'm going Hoke with like a decision.
All right. The other thing is that you have to consider is that I feel like Josh Hoke is probably like he's probably going to be a bit racially motivated in this fight. He seems like that type of guy.
Yeah.
Racially motivated Hoke. I mean, he could really
Drew
get it done
Dober.
here. You are?
Heavyweight Drew Dober.
Oh, dude. Fucking honestly, the Incredible Hulk. I mean, I'm gonna ride with this guy. I would love to see Hoke versus Gable whenever he decides to turn up to the UFC. I think that'd be really cool.
He's very similar to Gable.
Yeah, he's basically just like a white Gable, kind of. I wonder if he's got any rape allegations. Anyway, maybe, who knows? But yeah, I'm going Hoke. Last two fights on the card, and then we'll wrap up the stream. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care about any of these fights, but this dude looks about 15. It's kind of crazy. I know he's a prospect. Ricky was on The Ultimate Fighter with fucking Brian Battle, I believe. I watched that season. That's last season of Ultimate Fighter that I watched because
I
it's
never
pretty
watched a
fucking
full season of
shit.
Ultimate Fighter besides the really old ones.
Hey, we
Uh,
got Persian here. What's
hello,
good, Persian?
Yo, what's up, bro?
what's up?
Oh, the return of Persian. He's here. It's been a while, bro. I mean, well, actually, you came on a stream like a week or two ago, and your beard's looking pretty serious these days.
Bro, I know. Dude, I feel ashamed, bro. I keep coming on here and I still haven't sent you that video, bro. I need to do that.
Oh,
Um,
dude, I
I,
really don't care anymore.
no, I know you don't care. It's just, I gotta finish the bet and just be a man of my word, bro. That's all it
if
is.
if no one knows what we're talking about, me and Persian made a bet that if Yuri beat Khalil Roundtree, then he'd shave his chest, and Yuri beat Khalil, so he has to shave
Wait,
his chest.
wait. It was I thought it was wax. No.
Oh, was it wax? I mean, we could do a wax as yeah. Yeah, fuck it, wax then.
Yeah, I mean, a shave is like easy as hell, but if we do like a wax, that shit's part. That's why I'm like kind of hesitant, bro. Like that shit's gonna hurt me. I already know. But
Maybe.
yeah, bro. I try to join the other live streams, but dude, my sleep schedule has been so bad, bro. Like it's really bad.
Well, listen, don't worry about it. I mean, Persian's an OG guy, so he's been here since the start, pretty much. Always a friend of the channel, but we'll get these last two. I might be wrong if we do these last two quick, and then we'll get Persian's thought on the main event. I'm gonna go Cameron Smotherman. Don't know about what you guys think.
I'm gonna go with 20-minute rant. Cameron Smothering. Now here's some Cameron Smotherman lore, you guys.
Fuck's sake, Jesus.
His
on.
first two fights have been against absolute killers, and it was kind of close, but not really. He will make this one look easy. I'm gonna go Cameron Smotherman by late KO.
Yeah. And then we got Adam Fugit or Fugit, however you say it, was his Ty Miller, who's repping the. I don't know what the fuck he's wearing, but I guess. Who we saying that? Hey, have you got some Ty Miller lore or something or what?
So here's the thing about Ty Miller, you guys. I'm just kidding. He had a no contest like 2 fights ago. That's really all I know. His contender series fight was kind of boring, but the other guy was pretty good as well. Round 1 or 2 KO to keep it short for Ty Miller.
Right, fair enough. Right then, Persian. All right, let's hear who you think, because I bet I know who. I just know who you're picking, and I know it's Justin Gaethje.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I mean, I want Gaethje to win, but dude, it's gonna be fuck. Fuck Patty. I fucking hate him. He's a bitch, but he's gonna win, bro. Gaethje's too old, bro. I'll be honest. Listen, if Gaethje can somehow pull off a miracle, that would be nice. But I feel like Patty's just gonna be, he's gonna fight like a pussy, and he's gonna fight like technical, very technical, because he's not gonna firefight with Gaethje, because I picked Chandler against Patty, and you saw how that shit went down. That shit not.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to. So, yeah. And
So
like,
you're
honestly speaking, wait, hold on, my bad. Honestly speaking, I might be biased. I just feel like Fiziev would mop the floor with Patty. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
you reckon?
I have faith, bro. Like, Fiziev is so underrated, and I understand that he, technically lost to Gaethje. Honestly, bro, I think he got robbed, bro. I think it was a very close fight. I'll be honest, but man, I don't know. I feel like just Gaethje has a bigger fan base, so that's what.
It was a close fight. It was a close fight. I don't think he got robbed. I think Gaethje just edged it because I mean Fiziev came in on 2 weeks' notice. I think, with he was out injured for like nearly 2 years or something. He just came in on short notice. I think was Gaethje supposed to fight Dan Hooker or something like that, and then he pulled out. Yeah, kind of crazy. But how do you think Paddy gets it done though? Do you think it's going to be a decision?
Honestly speaking, let me go off of Gaethje. The only way I can see Gaethje win is by finish. To be honest, I don't submission. Like, let's be honest, he's not submitting him.
No.
He decision. It's a 5-round fight. So I mean, when was the last time Gaethje went to fucking decision? Never, bro. Like I can't even think about it. Like he almost went to the decision against Ferguson, but he fucking stopped him. He oh wait, Chandler, dude, that fight's crazy as fuck. I thought that fight would have been finished. That shit went to decision, but that was 3 rounds. So, but anyways, with this fight, I think if Patty could, I could see Patty winning sadly through decision, but I don't think necessarily he could finish Gaethje. I think Gaethje, he got very unlucky in the Holloway fight because I know y'all mentioned that earlier, and I
Yeah.
feel like honestly speaking, the only reason why he lost that fight is because in the end of the first round, this motherfucker ducked down and fucking Max Holloway threw some fucking Mortal Kombat spinning kick and it broke his fucking nose, and that played a big role later down in the fight. So I don't know. I feel like Patty's game plan, he's not gonna really wrestle. Like I don't know if it was IMB that said this, but someone said that Patty's, he's gonna play very smart, like technical. He's gonna be keeping up on the feet, but he's not gonna be engaging with like he is gonna be engaging with him, but he's not gonna be standing there to get to let Gaethje throw shit. So like he's just gonna hit his attacks and then back up and then like how like sometimes when Izzy fights, like he be fighting like a pussy, like he be throwing his shit and then he just runs away. So I feel like that if Patty wants to win, that's how he should fight. Maybe throw some wrestling in there just to throw Gaethje off, maybe. But yeah, that's how I see the fight going.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I think Gaethje needs to get him out of there. But Paddy's got a good chin, man. I mean, he took some good shots from Chandler in their last fight, and I don't know if you've heard Persian, but I mean, I might be wrong. He hasn't mentioned it that much. He's kind of keeping it on the down low. But Paddy actually commented on his video and subscribed to him. Don't know if you. I don't know if he's mentioned it yet, but
IMB.
yeah, man.
Oh shit! Congrats, bro. Um,
Thanks.
Then I'll-
Just sitting here quietly
Listen,
listening to you trash talk.
I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not gonna, just because he said that, I'm not gonna be like, oh wow, I'm Patty. I'm actually like, if he's watching this, Patty, like, listen, I'm not gonna like, suck your dick. Like, listen, I'm not a fan of you, bro. I'm gonna let you know. You could probably beat my ass, but I'm not gonna go down without a fight. I'll be honest. But okay, but wait, what was I saying? Fuck. Okay, but yeah, I was gonna bring it up, Bromo. I tried to comment it. I don't know if you saw it, bro. What do you think about the whole Dan Hooker and Patty shit? That's low-key kind of crazy, bro. Like,
yeah. I mean, I think right, both of it's out of line. Well, not out of line. I mean, to be honest, look, it's definitely edging on that line. All right, but all right. The thing is, right, Paddy, right, said what he said about Dan Hooker's, about his grappling, right.
yeah,
I think it would be a lot worse if Dan Hooker's mum actually did get
that's what I thought.
great.
That's why I thought like
Sorry, hold on. I feel like so Paddy was just he was creating like a extreme hypothetical to describe that Dan Hooker's shit at wrestling, right, and shit at grappling. Was it over the edge? Yeah, maybe. All right, but he isn't saying like, I hope your mum gets blank, and like I say, if his mum actually did get, thingy, and Paddy's saying that, like, oh, you couldn't even save her, bro. That's fucked up. But I feel like it was just an out of pocket comparison. But Dan Hooker's like actually, kind of roasting Paddy's dead friend. I think like that's probably worse. But I could see why people are annoyed at Paddy. But I think it was just a really crossing the line joke comparison hypothetical rather than like an actual thing that happened that he's taking the piss out of. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean, bro, but I don't think Hooker, I mean, from what I saw, I don't think he necessarily dissed Patty's friend. I think, I don't remember what all he said because it was one tweet that I saw, but at the end I saw him saying "rip." I don't know if Patty's friend was Ricky or whatever his name was, but I just saw RIP in his name. So
So I think Danica said something like, "You're not a very good friend," and then he put R.I.P. Ricky or something like that because Ricky's the guy that killed himself.
yeah, well, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like that's kind of crazy to say, you know. Like he literally, said, you know, if your mother was getting raped, you could not save her. That's crazy to say. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, it is.
so
It
crazy.
is. It is crazy, right? And that's why I'm saying it is a crazy thing to say, but it's an extreme hypothetical. I feel like if he did, if like I say, if Danoka's mum did actually get raped, we'll say, um, and Paddy's saying you couldn't even save her, bro. Like, you know, basically saying like you know, it's your fault that it happened, and it did happen. And then yeah, that's that's fucked up. But it's just like it's just a shit joke, really. That's all it is, in my opinion. It's just a shit, edgy sort of hypothetical to describe how terrible Dan Hooker is at grappling. Could he have said something else? Yeah, definitely could have done. All right, I don't think. I think saying you're not a very good friend and then rest in peace to your friend that committed suicide. I think that's kind of a. It's almost like he's digging at Paddy. Like, you're not a good friend, are you? Because your friend, you know, killed himself, sort of thing. Very weird, but
Yeah, I mean, I
yeah.
get where you're coming from, bro. But the whole interaction wouldn't have most likely happened if it wasn't for Patty. You know.
Oh no, yeah. I know, yeah. I agree. Or yeah, he definitely caused it. He could have said something else. He could have just said, Dan Hooker, your grappling's fucking shit. Like, it is just terrible. He didn't have to fucking do the extreme comparison hypothetical that he came up with. But I think there's a difference between the two. They're still both like, I'm not like saying that what Paddy said's fine.
No,
It's
yeah.
kind of crazy. It is a wild thing to say, but just, you know, there's context to both of them. I feel like, but yeah, I feel like part of it is like genuinely is just like, and I might be wrong. I'm not sure what it's like over in Ireland, but like the UK humor is just so fucking. It can be vile. Like, I don't know if you've heard of like a comedian called Ricky Gervais. He's pretty grim with some of the shit that he says. I think it's just like British UK humor to just be really out there and just say some wild shit. I don't know what it's like over in Ireland though. I don't know if it's the same over there or.
It's kind of similar. Not, I feel like the older generations are like they were really extreme with the humor. My kind of generation where I was like growing up, I'm on the younger side, by the way. Everyone's kind of mellowed out where I am. Like, no one's really saying really edgy shit anymore. It's just kind of might be a few things said here and there, but nothing fucking on that level.
Also, like Scousers in general, like I've worked with Scouse people. They are just a different breed of fucking mental. Like, what Paddy said in Liverpool is probably not even that big of a deal. Like, genuinely, because like it is rough. It is rough down there in some areas of fucking, you know, where Paddy lives. It's fucking rough, and I think they say that shit on a daily as like a joke, you know, like they don't even think about it. So it's probably just like, it's probably more just like an environmental cultural thing that it's probably okay in Liverpool to an extent, but not okay in America or elsewhere. But I mean, Scousers are just fucking, they're crazy people, man. They are crazy people. I've worked with Scousers and they just, some of the shit that they come out with, you're like, whoa, hold on a minute, that's a bit, ugh, you know. But it's just how they are. I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
Nah, you're good, bro. I wanna mention a couple of things. My first thing, IMB, bro. My bad. I know I kind of just went off Patty, and you know you probably have recognition with him. I don't want to ruin things between y'all, man. Like, hopefully, like, damn, you just gonna let him talk shit about me? You're not gonna say, nah, my bad. But what you call it? what was I saying, bro? I saw Khalil. He was trying to run it back with Yuri, bro. Honestly, bro, I already listen, promo. Don't do that face, bro. Because let's be honest, Khalil was whooping his ass, and he was gonna win if he survived the third round. But he fucking got
yeah, he was gonna win if he didn't lose. All right, Andrew Tate. Jesus
this
Christ,
motherfucker. I swear to God, when I was watching the fight live, he literally all he had to do was clinch Yuri against the cage, and he fucking failed to do
All right.
that. That's why he lost.
Listen,
That shit pissed me
listen,
off.
Persian. All right, all he had to do was this, and that. Did he do it though?
Bro, listen,
Did he do
bro.
it? No. Did he do it though?
Bro, hold on. I gotta call you out on your hypocrite. Fuck, I can't even pronounce it. You're a hypocrite, bro. Listen. I know you're not gonna agree with this, and I know I confronted you, but we gotta discuss this, bro, because we didn't really go too much into it. Okay, so you know how you said that Magomed versus Piero 1 was boring, right? You complained, right? Let's be honest. You complained
No.
about
Oh, hold on. I complained about the cage stalling and the
Okay.
failed takedowns.
Okay. You complained about that aspect. Now, be honest. That wasn't majority of the fight, right? That was more like rounds 4 to 5, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't majority of the fight. Majority of the fight was actually entertaining. Would you agree? Come on, don't do
Yeah.
that.
I mean, from what I can remember, yeah, it was pretty.
Okay.
It was decent. I mean, I
Okay.
wasn't like going, "Whoa, this is amazing."
No,
I was like, okay. Yeah.
But it was. I'd say, from my perspective, it was more than 50% of the fight entertaining. Now, I remember, you fucker. Whenever you watched fucking Chimaev versus DDP, I have not seen you complain 1 minute of that fucking fight. And you mean to tell me that fight was not boring? Listen, I understand. I understand in a way why you weren't bored, because you picked the fighter to win. That's why you were kind of like, okay.
That's the only reason. That's that's literally it.
But
I
by
actually did
the time-
say, sorry to interrupt, but I did say, because I did a video on Joey and Kenny. I actually, in that video, did say that objectively that fight is boring to watch. I'm not going to go back and rewatch it. The only reason why I enjoyed watching it was because I was proved right. I'm going to be honest. All right, it's not a fun fight, but the reason why I wasn't bored is probably is because I picked Chimaev and no one else did, and I was like,
Wait.
told you so.
Did you pick Pierre in the first fight?
I did, yeah, and then I picked Ank in the second, yeah.
Okay. And do you think Ankalaev in the first fight had a more entertaining fight than Chimaev?
I mean, objectively, yeah, probably. But the only reason why I didn't give Chimaev as much shit is because he managed to get to actually get the takedowns and advance to a dominant position in the crucifix, whereas Ankalaev just failed every single takedown and then proceeded to stall on the cage for like an entire round and basically do nothing. That's why I was getting mad at that.
No, I get that, but let me counter you with this. Chimaev didn't do anything damaging in the fight. Let's be honest. Ankalaev, he resorted to the clinch work for 4 and 5, and he managed to stun. I don't know if he dropped him, but he stunned Piero with like a good.
He stumbled him.
Yeah,
I know, yeah. And I did say in my recap of that fight, Pereira just didn't do enough. Ank did more. My only issue was the last 2 rounds where it was just like stalling. It's like, I mean, who knows what? I mean, who knows what could have happened if he didn't stall? But he did. But in my opinion, it's just like you're having a back and forth, and then it's just. I'm just gonna like stall on the fence here and get no takedowns, and that's about it. But yeah I mean, it wasn't boring. It was just the last 2 rounds that were boring. But Hamzat Chimaev versus DDP, objectively speaking, I mean, I'm never gonna rewatch it. I've rewatched Khalil and Yuri about 8 times now because it's that entertaining. I'm never gonna go back and watch DDP versus Hamzat. I'm never gonna do it.
But let's be honest, bro. I know you're not gonna agree. Listen. They should eventually run it back, bro. It's literally 1-1. I understand. Really, he got finished in the first round. Listen, shit happens, bro. Broken rib, bro. But
Fuck off with a fuck off with a broken rib. Do you know what? Listen, right, I might be wrong. Do you think that Ank had a broken rib? Because I have quite a few reasons why I don't think that he actually did have a broken rib. I don't know what you think though.
Listen, I feel like they should just run it back, man. I feel like whoever wins this third fight is going to be the better.
Hold on. Persian. Is your name I might be wrong, right? Or is it Persian?
I thought you were talking to me.
Listen, I might be wrong's too polite to interrupt and tell you to shut the fuck up.
My bad, bro. I'll shut up. Go ahead, bro.
Go on.
With the broken rib argument, I can counter back and say Pereira was also compromised. He broke his foot in the first 10 seconds of the second fight. So I feel like they're kind of even on injuries. Even I'd say probably Pereira had a worse injury if the fight went on. But this is unrelated, but if you want to talk about generational fumbles in the Pereira fight, I made a video a while back ago. It was my most viewed video ever, breaking down the rematch between Ankalaev and Pereira. I picked Ankalaev, but the reason was because I felt like Pereira was getting older. And I made the fucking perfect game plan. And I said, if Pereira does this, he'll win. But I just thought he was getting old, so I thought he would get flatlined in 2 rounds. And he fucking, everything I said in that video, he did in the fight. And it was the biggest fucking fumble of all time. And also, in terms of the entertainment thing, I feel like both fights are kind of equal in entertainment. Not the best fights, but, the DDP fight, the first 20 seconds when Chimaev shot the first takedown and DDP almost rolled him to like bottom position. It was entertaining for that bit, and then for the rest of this first round, second round, third round, you're like, oh, it was kind of the same shit. Like you knew what was going to happen. But then the fifth round, DDP almost got him. It was a 6-round fight. DDP could have finished him, in my opinion.
Right, and I want to come on the broken rib. Well, hold on, pause. I don't. But wait, hold on. I want to mention the broken ribs. Right, not do that.
No Diddy.
No Jones, no Diddy. Right, but I have 2 main reasons why I don't think that his ribs were actually broken. All right, number one is because, right, what are you basing this off of? All you're basing this off of, literally, all you're basing it off of is a video of him getting baby wiped on his rib, and also Ali Abdelaziz, really trustworthy guy, by the way, the most trustworthy manager in all of the UFC. Everyone knows this. He's so trustworthy. He confirms that it was before the fight. Okay, that's literally the only thing that you have to go off of. Number one. Number two, right? A broken rib is so unbelievable. Like, it's so painful to do anything basic. Like, you're walking around, you're in pain, right? You're telling me, right, that he's in a fight, right? He's getting 12 to 6 elbows to the same side that is supposedly already broken, and he's not wincing. All right, he isn't trying to cover his ribs up. All right, and after the fight gets stopped, he literally jumps straight back up. No wincing, and just walks it off like he's not even in pain. If your ribs are broken and you're getting elbowed in the ribs over and over and over, you're going to be on the ground like, fuck, and then you're not going to be able to get up and walk off after that. No fucking way. It's just, what I think happened was, those elbows did some serious damage, and he was getting them checked after the fight. Ali filmed it, releases it, and goes, yeah, this was before the fight. And doesn't give any proof of it. He just goes, yeah, this was before the fight, yeah. I don't think his ribs were broken, to be honest.
Well, I feel like, hold on, before I go into this, I gotta mention, if we look at MMA fans' comment, this shit makes me want to just put them in a headlock. You cannot talk about my Uncle Life like that. What do you mean elbows to the fucking rib and curled up like a bitch? I would put you in a fucking headlock and make you rethink your life choices. Don't you ever disrespect them like that ever in your life. But let's be honest. At the end of the day, I feel like, people are gonna have their theories on what really happened, and we're really not gonna know the true situation. So I feel like they just gotta run it back, I feel like it's 1-1. It doesn't really matter how it went down, because the first fight, we saw what happened. But What was I gonna say?
Hold on. Right, so hold on. So you just glazed over all my rebuttals to the broken rib, right?
Bro.
Why do you think that he had one? Or like,
Okay.
what proof do you have?
Okay, well, I mean, bro, the video, but let me discuss it. Hold
The
on.
video that came out after the fight of him getting rubbed on the same side Pereira was elbowing,
Okay,
and because Ali said this was before the fight, guys. You're just going, okay.
here's the thing. Why would he? Here's the thing, though. That makes no sense because why would he release the video before the fight? Because think
He
about it,
didn't.
huh? No, I know he didn't, but I'm saying if he did, that would have showed Piero what to target. You know what I mean? Because think about it. Whenever fucking Marab, he had there was a fight that he was planning on fighting. I don't know who he's fighting, but he had a cut around his eye or some shit. And then that was before the fight. And literally Dana said that was dumb as fuck because he's showing people his weakness for
And then what happened?
okay, well Marab, he won, but that doesn't mean everybody should do that, Like if that's so stupid. Why would you show like places where you're, previously injured and where people can target from? But honestly, yeah, I feel like they should run it back. I feel like Khalil and Yuri should run it back 100%. And
So did you think that Adesanya and Alex Pereira should have run that back then?
I do, yeah.
You do.
I did back then, yeah. But now I think it's a little bit too late.
Well, yeah, obviously now, yeah. But you thought back then that they should have had a third fight.
Yeah, I did. I don't know
Fair enough.
necessarily if it would have been better if they fought at middleweight or light heavyweight. Maybe light heavyweight because Izzy only fought there once. Also, speaking of Izzy, I don't know what the fuck these odds are, but Izzy's gonna win. So, and I'm not even an Izzy fan. I fucking hate, but he's a slight underdog against Joe Pyfer, who struggled with Jack Hermanson. Are we serious?
Yeah, true. But just on the Yuri and Khalil thing, right? Even if I grant, right, that Pereira and Adesanya 1-1, they should run it back, right? Ank and Pereira 1-1, they should run it back. Even if I just say, okay, Persian, we need a rubber match, right? Why would Yuri and Khalil run it back when it's 1-0? Like,
Okay. Well, here's the thing.
why would they run it back?
Okay, then why do they run it back with fucking Adesanya and Piera? He was technically like what 3-0 back when that happened.
Well, I mean, they ran it back because Adesanya was the defending champion, and then he lost his belt, didn't he? So that's why they ran that back. So because he got an instant rematch.
Okay,
But why would they? Why would they run?
Wait, hold on.
Also, yes, 3-0, right? 3-0, but two of those fights were in kickboxing. Different sports, isn't it? It isn't the same thing.
Yeah, but that hear me out though. Izzy's not going to be a wrestler, bro. So I mean, that's basically going to be the majority of the fight is going to be a kickboxing fight. I mean, Izzy did wrestle a little bit in the first fight, but 95% of the fight is going to be mainly a kickboxing type of fight. But what I thought you were going to say is the reason why Izzy got his rematch was because he was winning up until that point, and I was going to respond with the same thing happened with Khalil and Yuri. Khalil was winning the fight until that happened. Let's be honest. I literally was watching your live reactions. You had your hand on your head. You looked like a
I did.
dog.
Yeah, I know.
You were so sad.
I know I was right. Hold on. Let me just respond to some points because you do this thing. I think you got ADHD. I really do. I do as well. I think you do because you go from one point and then you go into a different point and then you just blah, blah, blah. So you're talking about right. So it's in MMA. It's even though it's MMA, Adesanya's going to do kickboxing. Therefore, I still count it as 3-0 because of whatever it is. All right. So by that same logic, then what if two grapplers had a jiu-jitsu match and so let's say grappler A is 2-0 in jiu-jitsu against grappler B, right? And then they come to the UFC, right? And they are primarily grapplers. Are you still going to be like, yeah, well, it's 2-0 still?
I mean, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, yeah, in a way, bro, because they're not gonna be a fucking, they're not gonna kick. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the difference with when it comes to grapplers. I heard the commentators say this, and I don't know if it's necessarily true. I think it was DC or whoever, but they say whenever it's a grappler versus grappler, like for example, Colby versus Usman, the first fight and the second fight, you know, they're primarily, you know, wrestlers. Yeah, all right, buddy. What I was saying, it turns into a striking class, so it really just depends on I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much the truth. Whenever it's a grappler versus grappler, it turns into a striking match most of the time, and it just depends on
Yeah, but
whoever's the better.
I don't think that if you are up on the scoreboard against someone in a completely different sport, that you can then say, well, this guy shouldn't fight in MMA because he beat you twice in grappling.
Well, no,
I
no.
think
Well,
I think that's silly. But you're saying, yeah, well, Bromo, why should Pereira have ran it back with Adesanya when he's 3-0 up? And it's like, yeah, but it's different sports, isn't it? That's what I'm saying.
no, I didn't
Like,
say that they didn't need to run it back. I don't think I did, but I'm just saying that wait, I don't think I did. What do you mean?
so I said, so you were saying, so I said, why would Yuri and Khalil run it back when it's 1-0? And then you said to me in response, well, why would they run back Adesanya versus Pereira when it's 3-0? And it's
Okay,
like, well, no, because it's 1-0 in the UFC. And the reason why they ran that back was because Adesanya was a defending champion. You can't go off different, you know, this guy beat this guy in a completely different sport. So then the scoreboard carries over. Like, no, it doesn't. That's not how it
okay, yeah,
works.
I forgot I said that. All right, yeah, you're right on that. But
Mm.
no, but I still think that you know it's a fun firefight type of matchup. You know, like I don't think let's be honest. You wouldn't complain if they ran it back because it would be an entertaining fight. You'd probably be nervous because let's be honest, Khalil, if he played, I already know how you're gonna respond. You said shoulda, coulda, woulda. You're gonna be like, oh, but it didn't happen. I understand that, bro. But listen, in the back of your mind, you low-key think if Khalil used his stamina more wisely, he would have won, bro. He would have won.
I don't think it was his stamina. I think it was just Yuri went into that third round and thought, right, I'm going to bring the chaos now. I'm really starting to press him because Yuri was gassed as well. Yuri was fucked. They were both knackered. I think Yuri just in the third round was just like, right, I'm just going to go balls to the wall and just get this guy out of there. And you know, you only want to see that matchup or get ran back because you think, yes, Khalil was up 2 rounds, all right, but it isn't like, you know, he got fucking slept, dude. He got slumped out cold. I mean, he was on the floor like he didn't know where the fuck he was and shit like that. And it's like, I don't think that you should get a rematch just because you were winning the first 2 rounds and then you get slumped out cold. I don't think that's how it should work. Yuri's number 1 contender now. Next is a title shot against probably Carlos Ulberg. I think Khalil needs to. I mean, Khalil. I mean, he's on a win loss sort of record. He needs to fight. I think. I mean, if we look at the rankings, who could he really fight? I mean, I think he could fight like a Mezarkanov, maybe.
Nah,
You know, hey, that's a good fight.
I know. Listen,
That's a good fight.
Azamat's fighting someone else. I forgot who. I just looked. I know he has a
It was
fight.
Paulo Costa.
Yeah, Paul. See, what the fuck is that fight? What the fuck? Why?
Yeah, that's a trash fight, though, isn't it? Yeah, well, this is what I mean. Yeah, but what I mean is Mezarkanov's going to beat Paulo Costa. Let's be real. Costa's shit. Costa's
no.
shite. All right,
Bro.
and then Khalil Roundtree can fight Mezarkanov because look, you've either got right. I'm looking at the rankings now. So you've either got Khalil versus Jan Blachowicz, right? Which it could be a fight. Blachowicz just got a draw against Guskov, which I don't know why you'd go for that. You got Ulberg, who's fighting Yuri next. I mean, you could do Roundtree versus Ankalaev, I guess. But other than that, it's Mezarkanov.
Wait, what the fuck are these matchups? Who's gonna fight Piera? Don't fucking tell me you're gonna give Piera Yuri, bro.
No. Pereira's gonna vacate and move up, bro.
That's what you think?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he said he's fighting Jones next. He posted something about Jones like yesterday.
maybe
Bro.
like a little catchweight battle. So maybe like a catchweight, like a catchweight White House card, and then he's probably gonna retire.
Well,
To
here's
be
the thing.
honest,
There's a couple things. Holy shit, there's a couple things. First thing, that fight's so fucking stupid. Listen, I understand that fucking Pierre beat Ankalaev in the second fight, but Ankalaev stylistically has a better chance of beating Jones than fucking Pierre if you think about it. But what was I going
yeah,
to
but
say?
even if that was true, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing that people say about Usman versus Islam. They go, Usman's the hardest stylistic matchup for Islam Makhachev, so that's why Usman should fight Islam. It's like, no, that's not how it works. You need to. It depends on rankings and like where you're at.
But here's the,
Pereira's the light heavyweight champ. If he wants to call for a John Jones fight, which also, by the way, that is a much bigger fight than Ank versus. Who the fuck wants to see Ank versus John Jones apart from Persian? You know what I mean?
wait, hold on. Two things. First of all, okay, bro, I know you fucking dissed this shit in the past. Now you're kind of like being a hypocrite because hear me out. Do you care more about popularity or competitive fights?
It
When it
depends.
comes to UFC.
If it's for like a gimmicky fight, like a Jones versus Alex, that doesn't mean anything. I'm probably gonna go like entertainment and like big names. If it's like a legitimate like title shot or like contender matchup, then yeah, I'm gonna go on like who deserves it most. But Jones versus Pereira at like as like a one-off heavyweight or catchweight fight, it doesn't mean anything. Jones isn't gonna come back permanently. It's probably going to be a retirement fight for both those guys. I say for the White House, we need a big name fight for that card. And if it's just like a gimmicky, I don't know, like a catchweight BMF fight for those two, like outside of the rankings of heavyweight and light heavyweight, I say go for it. But you know, like if John Jones was like the heavyweight champ still, and like Ank was moving up, then yeah, sure, then I guess go for that. But it's just like a one-off gimmicky, like super fight. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a fight for legacy, I guess.
Yeah,
But
but
if you're doing the White House, you need a big fight on there.
I don't think that fight's gonna happen. Even if I agree to it, because I mean, Dana, he says he doesn't trust Jones, and then he's not the only fighter he doesn't trust. He doesn't trust fucking Connor either. So I don't know.
Well, even if that fight doesn't happen, I think Pereira moves up anyway, and maybe goes after Garn or Tom. You know, like goes for that triple champ status. You know, first time ever, no one's ever done that. All right, that's some big shit. And I think Alex deserves that, man. I mean, how many title wins has he got at light heavyweight? Five. Like, you know, he's beaten Ank, he's beaten Yuri, you know, he's beaten Khalil, he's beaten Jan Blachowicz, he's beaten Jamal Hill. All right, the only people he hasn't beat in the top five is Ulberg. That's it. And like,
Wait,
I guess you could stick around and fight Ulberg, but I mean, you've got, I believe. I mean, I'm gonna have a look now, but I believe five title wins. I mean, you beat all right, beat Yuri 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, five title wins in your last 6 fights. I mean, that is grounds for moving up a division if I think so. You know.
let me add this because I kind of missed out on saying this. Azamat, listen, I'm a big fan. I'm not gonna say I'm a big fan of Azamat, but I respect him. You know, I had him on my radar, and whenever he fought Rakic, you know, I'm a fan of Rakic. I had Rakic winning against Jan and then Yuri. I still think he could beat Yuri, but anyways, when he fought Azamat, I when it happened, I wasn't really able to watch it live, but I saw the finish. This motherfucker Azamat decimated Rakic. I was so upset for Rakic, but Azamat, I think it was the first round. He dominated. So based on that finish, I feel like he should be the number one contender, not fucking Yuri, because I don't know how long it took Yuri to finish Rakic, but Side note. Rakic had a staph infection in that fight, and on top of
Rakic is
that,
ranked number 11, bro.
at the time when he fought him,
Well, let's just say, all right. In fact, let me get it up just so I can be like, definitely. Well, let's just say, Mirzakhanov's now ranked number 6, right? So let's just say that he was ranked number 6. Let me just, for fuck's sake, let me just get it up. Rakic versus Mirzakhanov.
yo. Also, side note, IMB, bro. My bad if I'm talking too much, bro. If you want to, just say something, you can, bro. My bad.
That's all good. I'm gonna debate you on the Mirzakhanov thing. The Rakic fight, I also had Rakic winning. That game plan from Rakic just wasn't it. He fought very fucking stupidly in that fight. Mirzakhanov is probably the shortest light heavyweight besides Daniel Cormier. And Rakic, he's one of the taller light heavyweights. Instead of using his range, instead of using the high kicks to keep Mirzakhanov away from him, he decides to wrestle for some fucking reason. And then he got clipped because he dipped right into Mirzakhanov's range. That's what I feel. I feel like Rakic could have won that fight, but he, just didn't. He fought Yuri smartly and, he got knocked out. But Mirzakhanov, he just fucking lost a few brain cells before that fight. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was corner. I don't know. So I don't really think that's all that impressive from Mirzakhanov. I felt like it was more Rakic just being very stupid that fight.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find these rankings.
Nah, you're good. So low key. Speaking of the light heavyweight division, if the UFC wants to do fights to grab the fans' attention, these are the fights I think that they should low key make. They gotta make Jan versus Hill. What was it called? The altercations there, bro. Like the fucking
Joanneton.
Yeah, and then what else, bro? Fuck.
I by the way, I have the rankings whenever you're ready to hear it. Whenever. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say one more thing and then you can go ahead. Bromo.
Yeah.
Also, one thing, low key, I got a solid video idea. I don't know if you did this or if you have thought about it. You should low key make your dream UFC White House card.
I haven't done that, no, but yeah, to be honest, I haven't really thought about it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's, to be fair. Or I might stream it and get everyone involved in building it. That could be quite fun. But so Rakic was ranked number 7, and Mirzakhanov was ranked number 10. So you think in Persian's amazing, takes, which there's many of them, you think beating a ranked number 7 gets you a title shot because you beat him quicker than Yuri did? Is that really what you're going with?
Let me explain my points. First thing, Rakic, right? Previously, he fought Magomed. That was the number 1 contender fight. He fought Yuri, who was a former champion. Okay. Another thing, he fought Jan, another former champion. And then on top of that, if you look at the heavyweight division or the light heavyweight division history, the fucker Khalil Roundtree got a fucking title shot for what? Who the fuck did he beat? And he was matched up against Piero. So,
I agree that matchmaking was stupid. But like you're saying, he fought Ankalaev, he fought Yuri, and he fought Jan Blachowicz. Like, yeah, he did. He lost all those fights.
Okay.
You don't get a title shot because you fought people. You get a title shot because you beat people.
Okay, but
going into that Mirzakhanov fight, right? He's on a fucking going into that Mirzakhanov fight. He was on a 3-fight losing streak. He hadn't won a fight in over 4 years.
Okay, but my
4 years.
Okay, but my point.
Look at this shit. Look. Mate, look, his last win, right, before... In fact, no, hold on. He hasn't won a fight in nearly 5 years, Rakic.
Bro.
And you're on about him... Well, Mirzakhanov beat him in round 1, dude, so he deserves a title shot. What a fucking idiot.
No, let me explain my points. Listen, he would have beaten Jan.
Look at this shit.
Okay, bro.
Look at this shit. He hasn't won a fight since 2021, and you're like, yeah, he when Murzakanov KO'd him inside one round, dude, he fucking deserves a title shot,
No,
man.
but
He
listen. Let me
beat
explain.
Rakic.
No. Let me explain it to you. Look, the fucking Jan versus Rakic fight. He was whooping Jan's ass until the injury. That's one thing. Second thing, the motherfucker had a staph infection against Yuri. That's my excuse.
God.
Okay, Magomed, that was a clean win. No excuse on that.
Of course it isn't because of course because
there was no staph infection.
Isn't it? Listen, isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that Persian has excuses for everyone beating Rakic apart from Ankalaev? All right, then.
Azamat,
All right,
I don't have an excuse for Azamat either. He just lost. Like, there's no excuses for Rakic.
Oh yeah. So Ankalaev and Azamat, the two Russians, no excuses for those guys, right?
Bro,
But everyone else,
but listen, the Jan versus Rakic, it was an injury. You literally, if you watch the fight, it was an injury that stopped the fight. That's literally proven. The second fight, it's literally proven as well with the fucking staph infection. There's reports going into it. Dude, I swear, bro, I'm gonna put you in a headlock, bro. Don't play with me like that. Come on, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
Bro, I'm talking about you saying that Murzakanov should get a title shot after beating a guy that hadn't won a fight in 4 years.
Okay. You just reminded me. Okay, but listen, if you look at the history, no one has ever slept Rakic that easily in the first round.
So
that's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah, but that'll get you a title. Dude, he knocked out ranked number 7 guy. That doesn't get you a title shot.
But here's the thing. The reason why I'm so like consistent with that is because, like, listen, if this was a lighter weight class, like lightweight, bantamweight, featherweight, then maybe it's a little bit too early. But if you look at the light heavyweight division, there's been so many people. It's like a Gaethje type of situation. Gaethje's been given so many chances. If you go through,
hold on. Right. Let me ask you a question then. Let me ask you a question. All right. So these are the exact same rankings and the same arguments that you're making, right? So featherweight, right? Let's say we have Gene Silva versus Yusuf Zalal, right? Gene Silva's ranked number 10. Yusuf Zalal's ranked number 7. Yusuf Zalal is actually on a win streak as well. Crazy win streak. Hasn't lost in the... I believe he hasn't lost since returning to the UFC.
Okay.
Or no, he hasn't. He's on like a 4-fight win streak since returning, I believe, or maybe even more than that, to be fair. But either way, let's say Gene Silva goes out and KOs Yusuf Zalal inside of 1 round. Are you really going to tell me? No, wait. Are you really going to tell me, right, that based on the same arguments you're giving for Murzakanov, that Gene Silva should get a title shot over Movsar Evloev?
No, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why because there's
You're
a clear difference. I'll tell you why.
God.
Okay, let me tell you why. You said Gene Silva against Yusuf Zalal. There's a couple reasons. First reason, if we're considering the fact that he lost to Diego, that's one. Second thing, there's actually fucking challengers in that division that have not been giving a title shot yet, such as Lerone Murphy and Movsar. They're literally undefeated in their division.
Goldberg.
Bro, he's not all that, bro. He's not all that, bro. He's really not, because if
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's not all that. He's a. I could just say, well, there's contenders at light heavyweight. There's Carlos Goldberg. Let me ask you. Right, sorry. Let me just one more of the hypothetical. Let's just say that Gene Silva hadn't fought Diego Lopez yet. Let's just say that fight never happened.
Okay, if it never happened, I got you. If it never happened, I'd still say Movsar, and I'll tell you why. I'll say Movsar, Movsar and Lerone, and I'll tell you why. For me, prospectively, because listen, if you look into it, everyone's opinion, it's going to be a little bit biased, whether you like it or not, or it's going to, at some point, whether it's going to be a lot of biasness or not. And I'll tell you why. Movsar, because he beat Diego, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a short notice or whatever. Diego, this is his second fucking UFC title fight. How is that fair as fuck? And then even Volk himself, Yeah, and even Volk himself. Hey, listen, also I was gonna mention this. Listen. I'm not a fan of Volk, but I respect that he has guts to enough like enough guts to admit that it should have been Lerone or Mavzar that should have been the challenger. But the reason why I'm more fuck, bro, my words. The reason why I'm saying Mavzar deserves it and not Gene is because Mavzar beat a former title challenger this is gonna be his second fucking chance to win the belt, and he's literally undefeated in the division. And I know you just mentioned what was his name? Fucking light heavyweight. What's his name? Olberg. Okay, if you can do me a favor right now and go click on his name on the UFC website and let's go through his wins. If you think about it, he hasn't beat anybody really impressive, bro. He beat Jan, okay, but I think Jan's just on a downfall right now.
Yeah, but Mirzakhanov hasn't either. He beat Rakic, who's like I said, hadn't won a fight in 4 years.
I'm gonna be honest. So
You go down and it's like, oh, Ribeiro, or oh, it's Manyfield who just got KO'd. You know, it's Jacoby. Okay. Oh, great. Oh, he's fucking well good. He is. Clark. You can say the same shit, man. You can say the same shit.
Well, here's the thing. I think these two, whether it's Olberg or Mirzakhanov, they deserve it more than fucking the people like as in like fucking Yuri, bro. Because you earlier you mentioned that he's number one contender. Come on, bro. He's not, bro. He shouldn't be. You don't think so?
What do you mean that he shouldn't be? I mean, the only other person that he
wait, hold on. No, he's not. Magomed should be number one. No, he should be number one right now.
They're both number one for some reason.
Well, realistically, it should be Magomed, bro, because he just
look, it should be Ankalaev and then Yuri as number two. But here's the thing, right? All right, much like JDM, Ankalaev is in the same situation as JDM in that they won the belt and then instantly lost the belt, so they're not going to get another shot after just instantly losing. Like JDM, got dominated in that fight, so it isn't even like there is no argument to give Ankalaev that rematch because he got smashed inside 80 seconds, I believe it was like 1 minute 20. So they're not going to do that. If it was a close fight and Pereira edged it, I could see an argument. I'm like, yeah, sure. But if you've just won the belt and then in your very next fight, you're getting slept. Well, not slept, but you're getting TKO'd inside one round in 1 minute 20. Nah, that is not happening, bro. And the only reason why Yuri is getting a title shot, all right, if Pereira was staying around, I'd say give it to Olberg, not Yuri. But because Alex, I think, is going to vacate and move up, that's why they're going to do Yuri versus Olberg, because it's like we've Justin Ank gets slept, all right. Well, not slept, but TKO'd, right? Yuri's just come off a great win. Olberg's coming off a great win. Those two, they're both, Yuri's number one, Carlos is number three. All right, who are they going to give the shot to? Two people coming off KO wins or one guy coming off a KO loss? You know what I mean? That's why they're going to do Yuri versus Olberg. And Mirzakhanov, wow, he knocked out ranked number 7 guy. I mean, like, if fucking, we look at fucking, welterweight, if Joaquin Buckley knocks out Sean Brady, is he going to get a title shot? No.
No, he shouldn't.
What?
He shouldn't because
exactly, but
that's different.
It's the same rankings, though, isn't it? It's the same rankings.
But that's different.
Jared. If Jared Cannonier knocks out Kyle Bravo, is he going to get a title shot? No, he's not. You just like Mirzakhanov.
No, dude, I don't listen.
Because he's Russian, right? And you think, well, he knocked out Rakic inside one round. Rakic isn't good. He hasn't won a fight in 5 years. He hasn't won a fight in 5 years. He's not won a fight in 5 years. Dude. How can you say he's good?
Dude,
he's a journeyman.
Oh my god, I can't believe
he's like a Jeff Neal. He's like a Jeff Neal, a Neil Magny. He's like a god. I
know you didn't call him a Jeff.
He's like a measuring stick. He is a light heavyweight measuring stick.
Fuck no. What are you talking
if you can beat Rakic, right, then you're legit. He hasn't won a fight. He hasn't won a fight since 2021. How is he good? Well, you can say, all right, injury, Ed Blachowicz, fine. You've got 3 other fights here. 3 other fights. All KO. You got a decision. All right. And then you've got a KO. I mean,
Wait, his losses are against former champions, bro, except for Mirzakhanov.
Dude, it literally doesn't matter. Just because you've lost to people that are champions doesn't mean that if you beat the guy that's lost to like 3 in a row, albeit to champions, that doesn't mean that they go, oh, you beat the guy that's been beat. That you beat the guy that's on a 3-fight losing streak, hasn't won a fight in 5 years. Wow, here's a title shot, Mirzakhanov. That's so stupid. That is ridiculous. That is a silly way to do it.
Okay, fuck the rankings. Just answer this question for me. Be honest. Do you think Yuri has a better chance? Let's say hypothetically, right? Alex fights one more time in light heavyweight. Are you gonna tell me that Yuri has a better chance to beat Alex than, let's say, Olberg or Mirzakhanov or Ankalaev?
Well, I mean, I think he's got a better chance than Mirzakhanov. I don't think anyone beats Alex. So you can say it about anyone. Like, he doesn't. I don't think anyone at light heavyweight beats Alex. So if we're going off who could beat him, then no one deserves a shot.
Wait, hold on. So you're telling me, let's say hypothetically, UFC announces right now, Pierre versus Ankalaev. You're easily automatically gonna say fucking Pierre without thinking.
Well, but if he does the same game plan as last time, which is pressure forward and don't give him any space to breathe, then I mean, we just seen him get rid of the guy in 1 minute 20. You know what I mean?
So you're telling me without a doubt, the fight gets immediately announced. You're automatically without a doubt gonna be like, yeah, Pierre wins. You're not.
I mean, look, my picks on Ank versus Alex have been fucking both wrong both times, but I think Alex, if he fights the way that he fought last time, which is pressure forward, don't give him any room to breathe, then yeah, I would pick Alex. But this is also what you're saying now is right. It's the Usman versus Islam Makhachev argument of, yeah, you know, Ian Gary is he probably deserves the shot more than Usman, but Usman's a tougher matchup, so let's give it to Usman. No, that's not how it works. You're going, well, I think Mirzakhanov's got a better chance than Yuri, so let's just give him the title shot. No, that's not how the sport works. That's not how the sport's ever worked. All right, that's not how we give title shots out based on how you think they match up with the champion. This is what Kenny Okoye said. You know, I think Usman's actually the toughest matchup to give to Makhachev. So what? That's nice, Kenny. Doesn't mean a fucking thing. Doesn't matter.
So okay, but listen. I mean, okay, when I said that Usman deserves it, okay, listen. I would like the matchup. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like regarding deserving, I feel like it should be. I mean, Shavkat, I think he's injured, but if Shavkat is healthy, I think they should give it to Shavkat, bro. I feel like Gary, he's gonna fucking what? Don't tell me the reason why you're gonna say Shavkat doesn't deserve it is because he sat out.
His last win was Ian Gary when he was ranked number 7. When he was ranked number 7.
Dude, that was literally a number 1 contender fight. What are we talking about? He literally went into the octagon against Bilal. They were scheduled to fight until he fucking pulled out. Okay, you mean to tell me you wouldn't want to watch Shavkat fight Islam? You'd rather watch Ian Gary?
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, Persian. And you just... I've missed this, all right? I have.
Bro,
I am going to have to go to bed in literally 2 minutes, right? But we'll end it on this, right? We'll end it on this. So, Shavkat Rakhmonov beat, yes, Bilal pulled out. He was injured. I get that. He was supposed to fight Bilal Muhammad, right? But since Shavkat's been sat out, we've had 2 new champions and 3 new contenders come up the rankings, all more deserving than Shavkat Rakhmonov beating higher ranked competition than Shavkat Rakhmonov did when he beat Ian Gary, right? Ian Gary was ranked number 7 when he beat Shavkat, and injuries or family problems, whatever, right? I don't think people have been doing more work. Ian Gary at the time when Bilal was at the time he fought, Bilal Muhammad was ranked number 1 contender and he beat him, right? He beat the number 1 contender. I think you get a shot. I think, hot take, guys, I think if you beat the number 1 contender, you get a title shot. Crazy, right? Not when you beat number 7 ranked and sit out for a fucking nearly 2 years. Crazy take, I know. But, you know, and it's like, you know, you've got all these other guys that have been putting in the work while Shafkat's not been doing anything apart from sitting on Twitter saying, I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon. It's like, oh, will you? When? Because we don't fucking know. We don't know when you're coming back now. We have no idea. And, you know, Shafkat's like, you know, like, why has he been moved up the rankings? Why, like, he was ranked number 3, right? Ian Gary got moved to rank number 2. They then switched them round for no reason. Why? Shavkat's not done anything for nearly 2 years now. Why switch them round?
I don't know, bro. Hey, we got to continue this another day. But hey, bro,
We will continue. But it is 12 a.m. where I am, and probably 12 a.m. where I might be wrong is, and he's just kind of been sat there listening.
Yeah, I feel bad, bro. My bad, bro. Yeah, I feel bad, bro. My bad. I just fucking.
That's all right.
I kind of like took over. But last name, bro. I can't just sit out and not, you know, point this out. MMA fan, you over here calling me a bitch. How about you get your fucking bitch ass on the fucking call right now and say this shit to my fucking face? You lucky, bro. I'm almost finna end this shit. You lucky. I'll see you next week, pussy. Nah, but this is
listen. Maybe this has been a very long stream. I usually don't stream for this long, but it's been very fun. But yeah, we will do. I mean, I'm going to stream more anyway. Like I said, I've got a debate coming up on Tuesday with Warhorse about Paddy versus Gaethje, which could be fun. And we might get into Yuri versus Khalil too, because he's a Khalil fanboy and I'm a Yuri fanboy. So maybe we can get into that. I don't know how a potential rematch goes. That could be quite fun. But thank you guys for being on the stream. I might be wrong. And Persian, thank you all for joining. It's been fun. All right, I am going to go to bed now because I'm fucking knackered. Go subscribe to I Might Be Wrong. Oh, also, before I go, I'll link Persian because Persian does stuff as well. He doesn't do MMA YouTube, but he does cologne reviews, I guess. Is that kind of, yeah, it's you review colognes and stuff, isn't that right? Persian Mist.
I appreciate it.
I'll link Persian Mist. If you're into colognes and you want to smell nice and you want to know what to buy, then go visit Persian's channel. And yeah, that'll be that. But have you guys got anything left to say? Do you want to plug anything or?
I don't want to plug anything, but I just want to say, you know, MMA fan is a bitch. No, I'm joking. But I appreciate you letting me join. IMB. I'm sorry for, you know, the Patty hate. You know, it was cool talking to you, bro. Yeah, we should do this again.
Yeah. Well, one more thing I would like to say. just yeah. One last thing.
Sorry, go on.
With the Rakic thing, I was kind of just waiting to say this. Mirzakhanov's best win, in my opinion, is Dustin Jacoby. And Jacoby got slept by Reyes, who got slept by Ulberg. And Rakic's best win is Anthony Smith. You know?
I mean, you know what? Since you spell it out like that, I now agree with Persian. I think Mirzakhanov definitely deserves a shot after hearing that MMA math. Jesus Christ. Right, anyway, I am sorry.
Wait, my bad. Low key, Rakic's best win, it might be Santos.
Yeah, but that's the 37-year-old Santos, though. I can't really. Yeah,
Right.
maybe actually.
Oh wait, hold on a sec. Where's let me check. Where's Sorry, you say Santos?
Yeah, Thiago Santos. And speaking of
oh wait, where's he ranked? Let me have a look. Where's he ranked?
Come on, bro. Come on. He's not in the UFC anymore.
Oh, he's not in the ranking. Oh, he's not in the rankings.
He's like 42.
Right, okay.
All right, bro. Wait till Yuri gets knocked the fuck out. I'm gonna rub it in your face, man. But wait, hold on. Last thing, my bad. Speaking of Khalil, he arguably lost to Dustin Jacoby, and low key Jacoby, he has some losses down there, but he's low key underrated, bro. He's pretty nice.
Yeah, he's elite ball knowledge. Yeah, he did lose that fight against Jacoby.
Yeah.
Well, that just shows how shit Killer Roundtree is because if we look at the rankings, I don't see Jacoby in there either. Oof. Also, Khalil Roundtree got knocked out cold by Johnny Walker.
Hey, the title. Hey, no disrespect to Johnny Walker. He's lived in Ireland for the past 2 years, so we consider him Irish now. The title run
I love
starts
Johnny
now.
Walker. I love Johnny Walker.
The title run starts now. He's going to knock out Ankalaev. He's going to knock
Oh.
out Pereira. The chain is now made of iron.
Hell
We'll
yeah,
see.
bro. Oh yeah. All right, I am going to go now though because I do need to go to sleep. Thank you both for
me
joining.
too.
Thank you everyone in the chat. Like and subscribe. Go check out these guys. The links are down below. And be here on Tuesday for mine and Warhorse's debate. Go check out my recent video. It's doing really well. I think it's on like 8,000 fucking. Let me check what it's on. It might even be nearly 9,000. 8.7 thousand. Wow, that's good. So thank you guys for that. And yeah. See you later, boys.
Peace out. See you, Ramo.